Now time for Big D Energy with four-time Stanley Cup champ Darren McCarty and the golden voice of Neal Ruhl. Live on the Woodward Sports Network, 99.1 and 93.5 The Roar, the Woodward Sports app, and anywhere you listen to podcasts. Let's talk some sports. It's Big D Energy.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Big D Energy right here on the Woodward Sports Network. My name is Neal Ruhl. This guy over there is D-Mac, Darren McCarty. We got Sam Flannel. We got Spencer Raxter here in the building, but we're not in the building today. As a matter of fact, we are in Novi out at Feldman Automotive Group, Feldman Chevrolet. They're having their annual Carmageddon sale this weekend. Thousands of cars here right now, and look, thousands of cars, absolutely. So, and people are in a weird spot, some of them right now. Your lease is running up, you don't know what you're going to do. Pull up on Feldman Automotive Group, get you into a car here this weekend, thousands of them. They're going to be rocking those. It's Darren McCarty's dogs, because the hot dog part of it is coming courtesy of the folks at Great Lakes, Coney Island. But also dogs. Yes. And real quick, before we get into the other dog part, Spence, you've committed. We've got a verbal commitment, 6 hot dogs during the show.
Yeah, and I got after it last night, so it's going to be a tough one to recover from, but I'm not backing down. 6 dogs during the show. If I got to do 5 in the last 20 minutes, you got to do what you got to do. But
look at Melon.
Down.
Absolutely, but also the dog part of it as well. The Detroit Dog Rescue, the fine folks at the Detroit Dog Rescue are in the house here today as well. And D-Mac, man, look at you.
This might be the only way to shut me up.
Yeah. And look, I don't know.
What do you think about this dog, Sam? You gonna kill this dog?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, Sam doesn't have a mic today. He's not Mike. He's not legend killer. So
he's not. He's
even
not legend
Sam
killer
knows
today.
that this is. He had Sam actually looked at this dog and was with puppy dog eyes. He was like looking in the mirror.
Yeah, absolutely. But man, look at D-Mac. Just playing the part. Got the little puppy with him right there.
We might actually. I'm not gonna spoil it, but there actually might be a big dog surprise a little bit later too in the show.
Okay.
All
right. Well, we'll make sure you stick around for it. Do have a big time show lined up for you here today. Excited to be out at Feldman Automotive Group, the Detroit Dog Rescue people, Great Lakes, Coney Island here in the house as well. So,
shivers, honey.
Look at this guy. Spence, look at this guy, man.
Softy.
I used to beat people up for a living. Look at him now.
Dolce, I hope you're not watching this. I got a princess at home. She'd be a little jelly.
But word on the street is, Spence, there might be some celebrity appearances possibly a little bit later on in the show.
Oh man, I'm geeked for it. We just got.
Are your britches going to be okay?
Britches are girded. Britches are however you say it.
Girded.
We might have a Grande Pape appearance. Second time on the Woodward channels, and yeah, I'm really excited. I'm really excited.
Absolutely. So make sure you stay tuned with that. And remember, you can get involved on the YouTube channel. Jump in on there. Got to subscribe, of course. Got to be a YouTube subscriber of Woodward Sports. But you can jump in. Oh, look at that.
Breaking news.
Breaking news.
Dogs and dogs with D-Mac.
The dogs are in the house. And look, you know what I like too? The good folks over here at Great Lakes, Coney Island. And this may be blasphemous, and I'm going to catch heat for it. And I don't care. I put ketchup on a hot dog, man. I do. I don't care. I don't care what you say.
I'm from the ketchup capital of Canada, Leamington, Ontario. Heinz Ketchup. You know what, Neal? You're allowed to do what you want.
What? Say something.
Might not be favorable like some of Sam's takes, but it's good. I'm
Say
just strictly
ketchup on a hot dog is childish.
Say something, Spencer Raxter.
Ketchup on a hot dog is childish.
Discuss it with my associate over here.
I mean,
get his thoughts on it.
Why are you gonna hate? Just enjoy what you enjoy.
It's dogs and dogs, and yeah, man, I don't care.
I don't do it if that tells you anything. But
double fist and glisty.
Dogs and dogs. I'm going.
But again, these aren't. While these are cute, the hot dogs certainly are cute. They're a very appealing looking food. Don't forget the Detroit Dog Rescue here in the house as well. Visit them on the web, by the way, DetroitDogRescue.com. They have a lot of cute dogs here that need new homes. So pull up on them as well. But Spence, he's commenced. There he is, right there. He's going deep in on the first one.
There is a snap. There
is a snap to him. Okay.
Good snap.
But your game plan, Spence, is pretty much intact. You said you wanted 2 in the first segment. You've committed to 6. But you said 2 in the first segment.
6, yeah.
You're going to knock 2 down right off the rip and then chill for a minute.
2 in the first segment.
Okay.
And then I'll do 1, we'll say third segment, 1 beginning of the second hour, 2 in the last segment.
Okay, and I'm going to ride with you. I've committed to 1 per hour. I'm going to do that. D-Mac's already won in.
That sounded like a soccer formation, the 2-1-1-2. Right? Maybe indoor or something, but no, delicious.
Delicious dog.
I told you I starved. I could go for another one, but I'm going to hold off.
Yeah. Now, I don't just do ketchup only. I do the mustard. Mustard certainly has a place.
Well, that you made it sound like you were like so rogue. I know people that do ketchup.
Yeah. That's not out of the question, right?
Most of the kids that I know that do it are under 10, but
can we put it on the YouTube chat poll right now?
Got it.
Is ketchup acceptable on a hot dog? And be honest.
I guarantee it's going to be 10%.
I think
stop.
90% no.
Stop.
But here's the thing. I think people are more implored by just the solo ketchup on the hot dog. If you put ketchup and other things on it, I think that it blends in.
See, and that's where it is.
So you made it sound as if you were just only ketchup, which I only know that, like I said, under 10 years old.
I'm already too done.
There he is.
Books.
No, but oh yeah, they do have the snap too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Good snap.
That snap to it, and if you know, you know. Shout out Great Lakes, Coney Island. Is ketchup acceptable on a hot dog? Not by itself. You know
now remember,
what I'm
you
saying?
said is it acceptable, not preferred, right?
Yeah, whatever.
You said no, it's not whatever, because I don't prefer it on my hot dog, but I accept it on yours if you want.
I won't eat a hot dog.
It's more
with ketchup on it.
acceptable in a blend, not alone. But if you wanted to do it alone, enjoy your hot dog.
Enjoy your hot dog.
And
Be
your
you.
dog.
In the YouTube chat thread, Detroit Dabber 313 says, "What up, though?" He's prototypically in first. He is in first here today, but you know it's
Counts as a road victory.
Yeah. Troy Fiegel says, "I only eat hot dogs with chili and shredded cheese." Well, good thing that the Great Lakes Coney Island folks are here. I'm sure that they serve them up that way. We are doing a show, so you know we can't go to that level. But people are, and look, 9 drinks. Look, you guys want to get designer on it and talk about the onions and the jalapenos and the relish.
Oh, it's delicious.
Certainly good, yes. And who says no to that? But know the room.
But you just go to but right now in a standard, you don't see all the amenities aside. What we're having right here is just an old school, solid, plain go at it. Look, you got your ketchup and mustard if you choose it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Spence, did you garnish?
I garnished. Yeah, I put mustard.
Okay, just
mustard.
All right.
On the YouTube chat poll, is ketchup acceptable on a hot dog? 65% of you say yes.
They're
say
lying
something,
to you.
Spencer.
They're lying
say
to you.
something.
These people are lying to you.
Say something.
You only accept the
it's
chat
just
poll.
more of a
He only
thing with the
accepts
hot
chat poll
dog.
when it works for him.
I think it's your hatred of ketchup. Maybe you and I need to
Yeah.
have a discussion.
I like ketchup on other things.
I think
ketchup
you're clouded.
On fries,
I think-
ketchup,
yeah,
sweet
you're
potato
clouded.
fries with ketchup.
I think he's clouded.
That's
I think
good.
his pants swelled up and his brain shrunk a little
Pants
bit.
are
right there.
swelled up. Not gonna lie, I'm very excited.
And see, you're compromised right now. The whole thing is compromised. No, but we are happy to be out here today to have a big time show lined up for you. It broke towards the end of the show yesterday, but we are going to get into the Kyler Murray getting the bag, what that means. Not only what that means across the NFL, what does that mean for Jared Goff? What does that mean for your Detroit Lions as well? So we'll be touching on that. And, it's one of those things, too. D-Mac, I think that we have to kind of turn the calendar and turn the corner. Once you get past 4th of July, you get that feel in the air, man. And it's hot, but it's training camp hot for the NFL.
Yeah.
Football's on its way, brother.
Well, I think, too, because, like you said the other day when there was only the WNBA game on, but the day after the All-Star break, that's the day your last day of reprieve, almost to do your summer cleaning to get ready, because now we're sort of coming downhill into football season. I know that, college is also underway, but now we're starting to heat up. Now you see, some conversations being made. You brought up, like you said at the end of the show yesterday, Kyler Murray got his bag. And what does it mean? Obviously having Jared Goff right now at $33 million or whatever he is, but like I said yesterday, and it never ceases to continue to go up. It just comes down to, is this your guy or not, and are you going to want to pay? Because it seems that when you're going to have to renegotiate, you're going to have to pay a quarterback $40 million. If you
Wait a
want
minute.
to win.
Wait a minute. YouTube chat thread right now. I need Spencer to break in with this one. Tribe in Wheelan says, "I put mayonnaise on my hot dogs." LOL.
You're a disgusting monster. I don't want to hear that. I mean, you like what you like, but Come on. That's going too far.
He doesn't really.
He does, yeah. There's
I
no
just
way.
threw up in my mouth.
There's no mayonnaise on your hot dog. Stop it. Stop it.
No. You're lying. Now that is a lie.
I know there's like Chicago dogs where you have the
That's
chopped
different.
peppers.
It's an
and all
ensemble.
That stuff. Yeah.
Although you know what, when we talked about it yesterday, I'm pro coleslaw on a hot dog or a hamburger. I think the room was pro coleslaw.
Is he just straight, just mayonnaise and a hot dog, or because I could see it mixed in with other things?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
And if I'm being consistent, and I say that the coleslaw is okay, that is in the mayonnaise family.
It's true. It is just basically
mayonnaise with shredded lettuce. Right?
When people say that, I take it as just straight up alone, and that's gross.
Yeah, that is gross. If you're just putting mayonnaise on a hot dog, you might be a serial killer. But you never know. People like what they like.
No, it's cool, man. Like, do you? Look at D-Mac. Cheesing for the camera with the dog.
Yeah.
I'm cheesing for the camera with the dog.
Quiet.
Spencer's cheese
We
for
all
$2.
got dogs right now.
Yeah. So take us through one more time, Spence, so people can follow along at home as they watch on our YouTube channel.
Yeah.
So 2 are down.
2 are down. 2 are down. I'm going to say
aggressively, too.
Aggressively, yeah. 11:42 when that segment starts, I'll eat my third of this hour. And then 11:57, I'll eat my first of the second hour. And then at 12:50 during SD-Mac, I'll put down the last 2. I could eat a third right now, honestly.
I know you can. Did you see how?
Do you want to prepay?
Here,
I'm going to prepay. Yeah,
let me go.
Let's go.
Let me go with this, right? To understand, we're because before, and he was a little bit going into it because I don't know if anybody heard, but he went after it last night.
Yeah.
I did hear that.
Casamigos.
So he was a little bit suspect in himself, but after that first 2 went down,
they went down smooth.
Full confidence in him.
Kill.
Neal. It's like
can I get
having
mustard?
that morning after.
Mikey
G,
right toss me a mustard.
Oh, look at now he's calling out. Oh, give it up, Michael.
Here you go.
Michael
here we
Gentry, jack of all trades.
Oh, I dropped a dime right there.
This is open.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Nice catch.
I got mustard all over my hands.
Well, this one's got mustard on it too. I don't know what the deal is. Whatever I delivered. All right, I got
Neal's
you what you
got
asked
2 furnaces, but half a mustard.
But half a mustard for you. Absolutely. How do you think I get 2 furnaces, man? You got to cut corners somewhere. Rack says a foot long and root beer would be the bomb right now. That would actually be.
Come on out, Rack.
Yeah, come on out,
You're
man.
just down the road.
Root beer sucks.
Not if you drop some
Root
ice cream
beer
in there.
doesn't. Cold root beer is good.
It's too sweet.
Yeah.
Dog number 3.
Look at how aggressive that bite
Did
was,
we just
too.
turn this into how many dogs can Spencer eat in the 2-hour shift? We could turn it into see what his record is.
How many in the YouTube chat, how many hot dogs you guys think Spencer's going to eat here today?
When I was up north, just completely blacked out. We were up north camping. I ate at least 15 fire dogs in one day. I was going after it. 3 bites, though. 3 bites.
Yeah, it was 3 bites. I think that for every 3 he puts down, he should get to drink a mulligan. But that's, just hi, honey.
Well, look at you with this dog. But we are here out at the Feldman Automotive Group. It is Carmageddon this weekend. Huge car sale that they do. Thousands of cars are available for you to peruse. And look, let's be real about the whole situation. With the new car market the way it is, you got a lease coming up. Maybe you're in a tight spot right now. Slide on out here. See if there's something that tickles your fancy out there. And the Detroit Dog Rescue people are here as well. Great Lakes, Coney Island, giving us dogs. Spencer Raxter is on one already. He's eaten 3. It's the opening segment.
14 minutes.
Wow.
3 bites.
Yep.
All it takes.
Just wow, everybody. But, hey, as you said, D-Mac, maybe he can knock down a Gypsy a little bit later on because the official drink of summer is here. It's the Mulligan, made with Gypsy vodka. If you're out on the golf course, if you're hanging out in the backyard, if you're at a barbecue, if you're eating 3 hot dogs in 6 minutes, if you're Spencer Raxter, the Mulligan is calling your name. Ask for the Mulligan at your local golf course or at a Total Wine near you. And don't forget the original in the vodka game, the Gypsy Vodka, goated on the sticks, as my son would say. It's Gypsy Vodka. Ask for it by name. And as always, drink responsibly.
Hi, my diamonds. It's Crystal with an X. You want to get hot and perfect like me? Here's my super easy routine. Drink at least a gallon of water before you wake up. Attach a weight to everything in your house. Hello? Sell your car and just sprint everywhere. Scream when you exhale.
Don't follow Crystal with an X. Do your own thing at Planet Fitness with tons of equipment and free fitness training in our clean and spacious clubs. Join now for just $10 a month and cancel anytime.
It's a great day to get some Centron in your life. Okay. There it is. Centron, here we go. Gotta grab the cranberry. Oh wait, it's 2 for $4. Gotta double up with the classic as well. Centron World, baby. Centron, available at select Krogers, and if you want to know how, go to @CentronWorld.com. You get dope like me. You know what? Why wait? Great taste, guaranteed.
Neal Ruhl here for Chili Peppers Tanning, where you can join the Pepper Club and you'll get all the best deals. Plus, you'll beat all the competitors' prices by at least $5. Take a look at all those unlimited tanning options as well. Chili Peppers Tanning has the hottest bulb, the hottest deals, and the darkest hands. 26 locations. There's more on the way, by the way. So go to chilipepperstanning.com. Find out which one of their 26 locations work best for you. Chili Peppers Tanning. Off and running here, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Woodward Sports Network. And going on all weekend here at the Feldman Automotive Carmageddon weekend. They're smashing all the high car prices at all other Feldman Automotive locations until Monday. If you're in the market for a vehicle, and look, a lot of you have leases expiring, there's no new cars to buy. I went through this not too long ago, so I know it's real. Roll up on Feldman Automotive, take a look around at what they got. More than 3,000 used cars, trucks, and SUVs available. D-Max Dogs in the house. He had the little pup earlier. But a big shout out to Joey and George from Great Lakes, Coney Island for the hot dogs. And also the real actual dogs, Detroit Dog Rescue on site with all of their adorable puppies as well. But D-Mac, the news broke towards the tail end of our show yesterday. Kyler Murray getting the bag, certainly, I think, was an understatement. We got our initial thoughts out there, but some of the dust has settled. It was a 5-year, $230.5 million contract, $46 million per, just north of that. He's now the second highest paid quarterback in the National Football League. And D-Mac, I'm not a big I told you so guy, am I?
Yeah, you are.
I kind of am. I'm not going to lie. Do you guys remember, though, when we talked about this during the season, even through his struggles, this day was coming because of the nature of the position, because of the contracts around. It's only going to get higher. It's only going to continue to climb. And Spence, remind me, I have something where you can kind of be an I told you so guy. But, D-Mac, this is only the beginning.
So my question, right, and where you always said this, that he was going to get paid, he could whine, he could do whatever he want because he had Arizona over a barrel, because if they don't do this, they regress 10 years, right? 8 years, whatever like this. This is worse than a rebuild. He knew that this whole time. What it got me questioning is Lamar Jackson's still got a sign out there. But the fact that Baltimore, without Lamar Jackson, could they survive, and do they need to pay him more? We were talking about at the end of the show yesterday that he's going to get more because he's got the trophy. He's got the MVP trophy to his resume,
right. And playoff wins and whatnot.
But is it because of? But I look back and I question. But is it because of this circumstance that Kyler Murray and his agent knew it had Arizona over the barrel, that it worked out this way? And does Lamar Jackson sign for more?
Yes,
I guess
the answer is yes.
Right. So what I'm looking at then, if he does, and that goes to what I've always been saying, is the average for a quarterback goes up. Jared Goff, if he is the 10th best quarterback in this league, which is what we've pretty much said is all we need him to be, but we need him to be consistent, then you're going to have to pay your quarterback $40 million. Right? I mean, if it's cyclical, depending on...
It's the market.
It's the market. And what happens next time we're looking at it's the same thing. Does anybody remember when Matt Stafford was the highest paid at $26 or $27 million, and
for those
everybody was losing their marbles?
For those 8 days.
And when the dust cleared, where was he?
Like 7 or 8,
Where he should have been. So you can't... I think what's more important here is where you fall on that scale. Right, because if somebody's going to end up paying the Rodgerses and the Murrays and the Jacksons, and as every other good quarterback comes up, $50 million or more, then $40 million's like, I'm still looking for the rebate of what it's worth. And I think I heard something about, because Goff is sort of Holmes' guy through a lot of the time, does that matter? And I think relationship does matter. It doesn't matter on saving you $5 million a year or $20-30 million over contract, but it could be negotiable. So at the end of the day, I'm willing to pay Jared Goff what he deserves if he deserves it. And that means that he's the quarterback for a winning team. And that's the Lions.
But see, here's the deal. And I think this played into Spencer. And look, Spencer was Team Malik Willis.
I was.
He was the president. He was the CEO. He was the head cheerleader.
I was indeed.
He was the creator. He was all of it.
Did the fan club go bankrupt?
It did. No.
Okay.
I'm about to cop a Titans jersey, honestly.
All right,
I'm thinking about
so you
copping
just
the
went
Titans
underground.
jersey. Yeah, you know.
No, but you guys remember, and Spencer, you remember it because you got pushback from everybody,
Yes.
and everybody kind of gave you the victory lap or whatever when you didn't get taken until the third round. But in retrospect, and I know because obviously Brad Holmes and the Lions were in front of the curve, they see this coming, which more and more cements to me that Jared Goff is their guy. And but hey, Spence, at a 40% discount.
Yeah. Yeah.
Does it? And you said yesterday that it doesn't sway you.
No.
But you take it into consideration.
I can stomach it. If we're paying him, like you said, if we're paying him to be the 13th, 14th, 15th best quarterback in the league, I can stomach that. But after these 2 years are up and the extension talks start, I don't want to be a part of that. I don't want to be a part of that. I would rather get a guy in the draft and have him come up, have him pay, $5 million a year, $7 million a year, whatever you're going to have to pay a high draft pick to be that same thing. Because Goff only has success when all of the pieces around him are working. So if Goff has all this success, you could say it's attributed to his team. Why can't a rookie quarterback do that same thing?
Doesn't it look like that's what Brad Holmes is doing, though?
Yes.
Like, even though Goff is your guy for the next 2 years, I get it. But if you have to take that $40 million in your quarterback to get out and they feel that the system's in place, that's when you bring somebody in. I'm just looking at, going in my mind, going through, okay, running backs, should with the offensive line, because you're thinking that they'll be 2 years deeper intact. You got receivers that are supposed to progress and arguably have one of the best young ones with speed on the outside. Where's Hawk at? Where, if everything else progresses, and then we haven't even talked about the defense, it could be setting up for them either next year, but they might not get it, but the year after. The only problem is where they're going to be drafting. What kind of quarterback are they going to get, right? So they might put their backs in a corner where they're going to have to do it. And I think that right now this is their safety blanket.
Right. No, absolutely.
This is their best option, and I think Brad Holmes recognized that really early, before any of us did.
And here's the thing with me where I fall, and I catch myself falling into this, and I have to be aware of it and get over it. Like the Malik Willis thing last draft. They knew, everybody in the NFL knew what was on the horizon. They knew what the market value for Kyler Murray would be. Even if they didn't, they know what it is for Lamar Jackson. They know he's getting to that $50 million. And again, I'm going to keep saying it. And I know that's hard for you guys to stomach because we saw that yesterday. Well, he's not a passer. He's not an elite passer. He's not even a good pass. Does not matter.
He won MVP. He was the best player in football for a year.
Yeah, and it's market driven. It's not up to you.
To your argument too, then, could it be even in 2 years if this Lions team, so in next year doesn't make the playoffs, but in 2 years makes the playoff with Goff, but going into the draft and say they're drafting late teens, right, or whatever, the guy that you could get there, just what the Steelers did with Kenny Pickett at 20, might not be the high-end guy, but it's the guy that says, here you go. He's a serviceable guy because everything else is in place around it, plug-and-play guy.
And I think that
could be the play, too, because you might just look and go, well, there's the fifth best guy in college, but he works for us.
Well, and it goes back, D-Mac, to what I said, too, where as the rounds went by, I was even more and more open to the Malik Willis thing. Where and I see what the Steelers were doing now, because when the Steelers do something, you got to take notice because the history, right?
But it falls
tradition that they've had.
It falls into line like you said, like Mike Tomlin and the Steelers.
They know what's up.
Knew that Kyler
right.
Murray, right? They knew that this ticket was up, and obviously with Ben, and it's sort of and what's going to happen is you're going to find out if that works for them. But they think it did, and because it's the Steelers, because he played in their backyard, they've seen him. They know what he's about.
Yeah,
I think he will work.
Mark Walston says Lamar needs an agent. The most yards he ever threw for in the NFL is 3,100. Neal can do that in a year. Well, behind the lines, offensive line, I probably can't. He doesn't need an agent.
I was going to say,
this contract writes itself.
Lamar has an agent, and he's going to be making close to $50 million a year when he signs his deal. Like, it's going to happen.
Yeah, and that's just – and for Baltimore,
it's crazy.
Look, he's got Baltimore the same way that Kyler had Arizona.
Yes, over a barrel.
He is your only chance to compete for the next 3 years.
Yes.
Is that fair? Is that a fair statement?
100%.
To you guys out there, I ask you guys, is that a fair statement? Ethan Brown on our YouTube chat thread says, regardless of how Goff does this year, the Lions need to draft a quarterback. The QB room after Goff just isn't it. And that is factually correct. And you are going to see this as these quarterback numbers continue to climb. Guys, this was something I said about the Malik Willis thing, where we make your case for Malik Willis to be drafted. Because you could draft 8 Malik Willises.
Yes.
And have them all in the room, all in the quarterback room, and it's still only going to be less than what Lamar Jackson's making next year when he signs his deal. You see what I'm saying? Like, the numbers work backwards, everybody.
And it's like somebody to push Goff forward. Is Goff feeling pressure from David Blau behind him? Is Goff feeling pressure from Tim Boyle behind him? No. You need a young gun, a young, hungry guy to put in that room and to put pressure on Goff to make him produce, to make him show that he can be a legit, franchise quarterback, which personally I don't think he can, but you need someone behind him. Tim Boyle and David Blau aren't going to bring the best out of Jared Goff. I don't care what you say.
Yeah, I mean, I never really thought about that as much with vets. You know what I'm saying? Like, Jared Goff's played in Super Bowl. He's played in big-time games, the biggest games in the world. And he doesn't strike me. I will say this about Goff. You can say what you want about him as a quarterback or the numbers or all those kinds of things.
Bringing bodyguards to Birmingham.
Well, dude, he was in, he was in L.A., man. Like, come on, dude. If you didn't know, you didn't know. You know what I'm saying? But you can't deny this. Dude's a pro.
Yes.
He's a pro with the media. The guys respect him in the locker room. Obviously, that front office respects him. He is a professional.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely.
So, I mean, regardless of what you say, he is a professional. And, on our YouTube chat thread, we have it where Brandon Katz said, half the league doesn't have a quarterback, and Jackson puts people in the seats to boot. He's entertaining. Murray set the market. The market is set. Jackson won't get less than Murray. No, Murray will get more because he's more accomplished. Like, why are we fighting
Jackson
this?
will get more.
Or, that's what I meant to say. Lamar Jackson will get more because he's accomplished with awards in the closet.
And they built this offense around him already. Like, they built this. They got the good tight end. They have the offensive line. They have the multiple running backs. They didn't invest a lot in wide receivers because they know their quarterback's strengths. They already have this offensive scheme built around Jackson. He already won MVP. Dude's going to get a bag. It's going to happen. Price of a brick is going up, and Lamar Jackson is the man who is going to benefit from that.
No, absolutely. And in our YouTube chat thread, Austin says Kyler isn't worth $45 million, but there's inflation. So, guys, see, this is what we got to get past. It doesn't matter if he's worth it or not. You are worth what somebody gives you, is willing to give you. That's it. D-Mac, you had discussions before.
No, absolutely. And I think what it comes down to is the position that the teams are in. So, where we said Arizona, they had Murray had him over the barrel because they had nowhere to go for the next 8 to 10 years. And you say Baltimore is in the same reference. So when do you expect this to be done? That's
never.
The one thing.
Never, because it's
the contract for Jackson.
Oh, yeah, for Lamar Jackson. I mean, it is weird. The only thing that gives me pause about the Baltimore thing is if you were going to do it, I feel like you would have done it already.
Well, you've either done it already to get ahead of of Murray because he sets the bar as with what we're talking about, or does this put in the back of your mind, are they going another direction?
Well, because for me, the only thing that can happen by waiting is bad if you're Baltimore.
Okay.
What if he wins another MVP?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And if he bombs, if he doesn't play well, he's still got the MVP.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? He's at Kyler Murray's level regardless of what happens
and what
this
if
year.
What if he sits out? What if he holds out this year? It says,
Right.
I'm not going to play, you're going to franchise tag me, then I'm not going to play.
Yeah, I mean,
until you pay me.
It's all that kind of stuff. Let me tell you about the Sports Marketing Agency. They help spread awareness about mental health and substance abuse disorder. Their podcast is called This is the F Word. It's a series about the awareness of fentanyl and, quite frankly, the other addictions that are plaguing our communities to this day. If you're struggling, if you know somebody else who's struggling, go to thesportsma.com. Again, that's thesportsma.com. The Sports Marketing Agency, they are here to help.
3 NBA championships. Detroit fans were there. 11 Stanley Cups. Detroit fans were there. 4 World Series wins. Detroit fans were there. And that one Lions playoff win in 1991. Yeah, Detroit fans were there. Woodward Sports, where the fans are.
It took exploring 50 different formulas and hosting countless taste tests, but we believe Gypsy Vodka is the smoothest vodka on the market. Don't believe us? Ask the owners.
We're Mike and Adam Kazanowski with High Five Spirits Distillery. We're in close to about 1,200 locations throughout Michigan. We wanted to create a brand that was geared more towards freedom, love, adventure, and at the end of the day, we really wanted to tell a story that inspired other people to take risks, follow their dreams, whatever that might be.
Life is full of hard choices. We're here to make one of life's biggest decisions as simple as possible. My name is Christina Gennari, and for over 20 years, I've helped hundreds of families buy and sell homes. We cover all of Metro Detroit and more, from large luxury homes to starter homes. We will work hard to make sure that you get the home of your dreams. So if you're in the market today or even thinking about buying or selling in the future, make the obvious choice. Christina Gennari, the obvious choice in real estate. Visit us at soldchristina.com today.
Make sure you're listening to Woodward Sports all day long. Start your morning with the Morning Woodward Show. Spend middays with Big D Energy. Watch and listen your drive home with the Bottom Line. And don't forget about Woodward Bets Daily. All live, all right here on the Woodward Sports Network.
What's going on, everybody? It's Spencer for the Foaling Warehouse in Hamtramck. You know it, you've heard of it. It's the home of the original football bowling pin game called Foaling. Multiple different ways you can play. They've got $12 open unlimited play where you can stay there open until close, have a good time. They also have private lane reservation, $120, 10 to 12 people. You get your own lane. You can bring in any type of food you want. If you get thirsty, they have a $2 mystery beer vending machine. Pop in $2, pops out a good beer. No hassle, no fuss needed. Know what you want to make a decision. They have multiple fully loaded bars for you to choose from. So come on down and check them out in Hamtramck at the Foaling Warehouse, or visit them online at foalingwarehouse.com. Again, that is foalingwarehouse.com.
Back at it, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network. Neal Ruhl, D-Mac, Darren McCarty, Sam Flannel, Spencer Raxter as well. We're live at Feldman Automotive. It's the Carmageddon weekend. Appreciate their support of Woodward Sports Network. Also, D-Mac's Dogs, hot dogs, free hot dogs. We're out here in Novi, so come on up, eat some hot dogs. D-Mac's Dogs and Dogs. The people from Great Lakes, Coney Island, they're providing the dogs. The people from the Detroit Dog Rescue are providing the other dogs. So come on out. Lots of cute dogs out here need good homes. But as we mentioned, we are at Feldman Automotive here for Carmageddon weekend. We welcome in their sales manager, Ryan. Appreciate you guys. Number one, man, thanks for having us out here,
Hey,
brother.
Thanks for coming. Seriously, thanks for coming, guys. Yeah, we're excited to have you guys come out, and we got a huge sale going on, Carmageddon. A lot of used cars slashing prices all across the board. So
yeah, absolutely. And you got a good Darren McCarty story that we'll get to in just a second.
Yeah.
But I did want to talk about this because I lived this, as a matter of fact. A lot of you out there, that lease your cars and stuff like that, those leases are coming up. There's, as people don't know, or they know because they're hearing about it, chip shortages, not as many cars being built, or built and not finished, etc. Some people get stuck without a car. You have 3,000 used cars here this weekend, so that's a viable option for you, right?
Yeah, we do. We have a great used car department, and our used car manager does a great job setting everything up. And he's he's taken a good look at the pricing, and he's made it very very viable for everybody to come in and get a car. So we got actually this Blazer behind us is one of them that got slash pricing. But stop on by Feldman Chevrolet, Novi, Grand River, in between Middle Belt and Novi Road, and you can meet D-Mac. I think we got a couple other guys stopping by that are a little surprises to everybody, but
Spencer Raxter's got that little kid smile right there. Yeah. He's hyped, man. He's excited.
I think Ryan talk about that. Not only obviously being a part of the automotive industry in the city, but you grew up the sports fans. But what does it mean to be here and have some interaction with some of the different sports players? But what does Detroit sports mean to you?
Well, I mean, everything. I mean, absolutely everything. I mean, growing up, 90s baby, you're getting to see this guy on the ice knocking people's heads off. And, you learn to be, especially being a hockey player, being a junior hockey player, you always wanted to play that grind line, that hitting type of game. And it's because of you. Yeah. I mean, it's because of you. I mean, really. But, I mean, just not only that, growing up, going to Silverdome, watching Barry Sanders, Scotty Mitchell, Herman Moore, seeing the Pistons throughout the early 2000s, Chauncey Billups, Rasheed Wall, just watching this championship breed. I mean, it's going to be great to get back to it. And I think we're on our way back.
There's the question. Where are you at with your Detroit fandom today with what all the different teams are doing? Is there an excitement there?
I mean, absolutely there is. The Red Wing streak couldn't go on forever, and I think everybody knew that. You can't just continue to be a successful team without a rebuild, right? And, you got Larkin. I mean, obviously just manning the ship. And Stevie Y. I mean, who we share the same birthday.
Oh, that's always been my
claim
to fame. No wonder
he's
great.
That's always been my claim to fame. But he said it was going to be some time. But, I mean, look at all the money he just dropped into the team. But look at all the money what the Lions just did, drafting all these players. I mean, they're all intellects. They're all guys that fit right into Dan Campbell's, philosophy. Right. The Pistons, I mean, they're following the course, And Tigers, we might.
Anyways, we can move on.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyways, maybe one day.
There, but.
Maybe one day. Yeah. Maybe you could GM them as well. Talking with Ryan here. He's the sales manager at Feldman Automotive. We're out here live in Novi. It's Carmageddon weekend. They got more than 3,000 used cars, trucks, SUVs. There's more coming in as we speak, just behind the camera as well. But you had a pretty cool Darren McCarty story that you shared with us when we came out here today.
Yeah, so one of my first ever hockey games I went to at Joe Louis Arena. I was there, and I obviously as a kid, you always bring, your mitt. I had a plastic goalie mitt for street hockey.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like,
Franklin brand?
Franklin. Absolutely. It was black, purple, yellow. I mean, it was all the above, right? And D-Mac, after warm-ups, used to walk around. He'd take the bucket. I remember it was a white bucket, walk around, and he'd toss pucks up to the kids, right? So I'm sitting there. I'm like 4 or 5 rows up. My dad's behind me. My dad's screaming at him. He comes over, tosses me a puck. Well, some guy decided he was going to grab it right in front of me. Okay, he looks at him. He gives him the D-Mac look. Another guy tosses a puck and does the same thing. Looks at that guy, tosses another puck. Another guy does the same thing. And finally, D-Mac got so upset. He goes, "You need to, get this kid a puck. Sit down." And tosses me one more. He catches it right in my glove. That was that. But it definitely made me love the tossing of the pucks and throwing balls and.
Well, continue that how you use that. I think the conclusion of the story is that behind the scenes, your sister used to work for the Red Wings. So 2008, they didn't have interns at the time, so you sort of interned in where.
So they used to always bring Al Sabaki used to always get the bucket of pucks, and I would always go back because they didn't have interns, so I was sitting there and helping with the pre-games and everything like that. And I used to go back, take 10 pucks, go to the entrance of the Zamboni, and just toss them up to kids. And make sure they got pucks. I mean, every kid's dream is to catch a foul ball, catch a puck, something like that. And when you give it to them to watch the joy on their face, it's definitely something else.
There's the key to it. Bud.
On the YouTube chat thread, CJ Schneider, or excuse me, C. Gerald says my birthday's May 9th too, just like Stevie Y. So there's some people out there watching as well. It's team May 9th. You
guys better not tell him he's going to get your birthdays changed.
Absolutely. Talking to Ryan, the sales manager here at Feldman Automotive. It's Carmageddon weekend. He's got people texting him right now as we speak.
Asking about cars.
Yeah, over 3,000 of them available in a time where, let's be real, folks, cars are not readily available in a lot of places. You know what I'm saying? They have over 3,000 used cars, trucks, and SUVs available here right now. The trucks are coming in. They're bringing more. What about that? Ryan, how have you guys been able to navigate that, where it's been hard to have inventory? We need cars, man. Like that's the way it is. Sure. We need cars.
We do for sure.
And I shared my story with you. You know, lease came due. There were no new cars to get. You gotta be nimble. How do you guys do it?
Well, I can tell you this. My sales staff is probably the hardest working sales staff at any car dealership, and I can guarantee you that. You know, I've got a handful of the top Chevrolet salespeople in the nation, and you know they're gonna go to work for you. I mean, whether it's new car, used car, they're gonna make it work. And you know they've been here, they've grinded it, you know, just like they did back in the grindline days. You know, you go out there and you put your nose to the wall. You know, you do what you can, but you know they're here with their hard hats working, and you know, but the staff of this dealership is bar none the single best car dealership staff in the nation. I can promise you that.
Yeah, absolutely. And certainly we're in a situation, too, people are mindful of interest rates and stuff like that. You were talking earlier, your guys are going to go to work for you and try to find you that best number.
Yep. We've got over 40 banks that we deal with. So, you know, we can get you the lowest interest rate you qualify for. And my finance department, and I know I'm talking a lot about them, but the best finance department, too. I mean, they are, hands down. So, you know, we pride ourselves in our hard work, you know, bell to bell, every day. You're here, you're putting your nose to the wall, and I mean, when you walk through these doors, you're going to see it. You're going to see it.
Right.
You know, I mean, I've got 4 salespeople that sell over 60 cars a month.
Right.
I've got 2 salespeople that sell over 100 cars a month. And
even
you know, that
even these times where it's tough to get cars to sell.
I mean, these times.
Yeah, absolutely. But I'll tell you this, Ryan, we appreciate, you know, your interest in Woodward Sports, your support of the Woodward Sports Network. We're honored to be here, man. Thank you, brother.
Appreciate you guys for coming out.
Thanks,
absolutely.
Thank
you guys.
Yeah.
You got
I think one of our surprise guests just might have showed up and might be out here in a second. So.
Oh boy.
So, Spence is
easy, Spence. Easy, Spencer.
That's my guy, man. That's my guy.
Fired up
I am going to be fired up. That's my guy.
Easy, Spencer. But no, Ryan, we do appreciate the time, man. Thanks for stopping by up here.
Thanks for coming.
Hey, D-Mac, you know, we're at ground zero for the best car buying experience. What about the best haircut experience that's out there?
Absolutely. Lady Jane's haircuts for men, 168 of them all across this country. So for an award-winning haircut experience, you can get in there to register for a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Since we're talking cars, well, win the car of your dreams from Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac. Go in today to Lady Jane's, sign up. It's absolutely free. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. No appointment necessary. It's wicked awesome. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports, live out here at Feldman Chevy in Novi. Check us out.
You don't have to go to the beach, man. You don't have to get your butt crack full of sand. You just need a little chili peppers, man, to get that glowing beach chili peppers tan. Woo!
With 26 locations in the Metro Detroit area and more coming, Chili Peppers Tanning is where you'll find the cleanest salons in the D. Join the Pepper Club for the best deals on unlimited tanning. Head to chilipepperstanning.com.
You just need a little chili peppers, man.
Detroit's downtown summer playground is back. Open all summer long, the Monroe Street Midway. Enjoy roller skating, free Wi-Fi, food trucks, art installations, and so much more. Don't forget to take advantage of the basketball court, putt-putt, and, of course, family programming all summer long. All art installations are done by Detroit artists, and it's a fun, safe event from people 1 to 100. Go to deckedoutdetroit.com.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side.
Lemieux and McCarty, who've had a good knockdown drag up. There they go, right on the whistle. They were talking to one another.
Woodward Sports.
Neal Ruhl here for OddsTrader.com, the #1 site for all of your game day betting activity, research, etc., etc. They provide play-by-play updates, live scores, and this is the most important part, everybody. Listen up. The best price on every game for multiple sports books. You have a side you're thinking about taking, a total you got your eye on, OddsTrader.com is the play because they're going to give you the best number. Why would you not take the best number? Save that money when you can with OddsTrader.com. Go to OddsTrader.com right now to find your best bet. And we are chopping it up here out at the Feldman Automotive Group live in Novi. It's D-Mac's Dogs and Dogs event. Speaking of that, another dog delivered to Darren McCarty, courtesy of the folks at Great Lakes, Coney Island. They're out here slinging it. Joey and George, what up? Appreciate you guys. D-Mac appreciates it as well. You got, man, not as aggressive as Spencer, but pretty aggressive, D-Mac. I will say that. You know, they're really, really strong effort on your part. But don't forget, too, the good folks here at the Detroit Dog Rescue are on hand as well. So you can come out and get a dog.
I didn't eat.
And a dog.
I didn't eat before. And, you know, Spencer's just over there crushing them like it's his job. He's making it good. And plus, these have a great snap, and they're delicious.
Right. So there you have it.
All right, so I'm going to give a little hype intro because we have a special guest here. We're bringing him on now. We're getting things set up. It is the man, the myth, the legend, the one and only Grande Papi.
You know, all right, brother. Good
the
to meet you,
6th-round draft pick out of Oklahoma State, rookie linebacker for the Detroit Lions. The man himself, Malcolm Rodriguez, has come to join us. Fresh off his interview from the heavyweights, live on BD here at Feldman Chevrolet. Let's get it.
All right, Malcolm, though, appreciate you taking some time to join us, my friend. First off, you know, we haven't talked to you as of yet, but welcome to Detroit, man.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you guys having me on, and I'm excited to get going and be in Detroit.
Yeah, absolutely. The draft pick from Oklahoma State joins us here. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neal Ruhl, D-Mac, Darren McCarty. And look, Malcolm, as you get here to Detroit, you find out some of the things about the fabric of this city. This guy sitting right here to the left of you, one of the part of the fabric of the city, 4-time Stanley Cup champion. And just the times I've heard you speak to the media, you're aware. You know, you come here to Detroit, you're aware, you know what this team means to this city. You know what winning means to this city, don't you?
Oh, of course. I mean, you know, coaching staff, everyone preaches it about, you know, the winning culture. And, you know, we definitely have that in this staff. And the guys, you know, we're all in and we're believing. So everyone's excited to get going and ready to go out there and thump some heads.
There you go.
I think that's what's so exciting. And you know what? The blessing that I don't know so much about Easy. You and I could talk off there how we deal with them. But Spenny over there, we've adopted you because you know what? You are, from what we see, you're going to be our dog.
He's the dog.
So I know
man.
it's
He's
the dog rescue, the hot dogs, but here's the real dog. But the fact of what you play, and obviously, I'm excited when Spencer said that you're, you know, all-state high school wrestler and stuff like that because everybody knows that I'm a big wrestling fan and stuff like that. But it talks to me more about your mentality on defense and your mentality. How much has maybe your wrestling background helped into being the player that you are? And my thing is what makes you that dog, bro?
I mean, just, you know, growing up from a small town in Oklahoma. I mean, Oklahoma's a big, you know, wrestling state. So growing up, I mean, mom and dad preached, hey, you know, it's going to be mentally tough out here. And so that's why they put me in wrestling ever since I was 5. So just learning those, you know, characteristics, mentally tough and, you know, wrestling, you know, cutting weight, you know, being disciplined, stuff like that, you know, also plays a big role in the thing. So, like I said, you know, I go out there every day and use my leverage. You know, I'm not the biggest guy, but it's one of those things I just use my leverage and go side to side and get different angles on guys. And I think it plays a big role in the, you know,
I think
angles.
That's a huge point right there as we see the evolution. But when I see that I got my linebackers and my defense, and it doesn't mean they have to be the big size. Remember how we always say in hockey, speed is the new size, right? So it's the all-around.
Well, D-Mac, it's angles, right? I mean, life is like Instagram now. It's all about the angles because, but that's how it works though, for real, right? Leverage, angles, those types of things.
Yeah, I mean, and wrestling is one of those sports that you definitely have to, you know, master that, and you know, I've kind of brought it over to football and just learned like my angles, my strengths and my weaknesses on what I can do and how I'm able to, you know, move behind those big linemen and stuff like that.
Joined by Malcolm Rodriguez here on Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network. We're live from the Feldman Automotive Carmageddon Weekend. Detroit Dog Rescue in the house. Hot dogs also from the Great Lakes, Coney Island as well. Neal Ruhl, D-Mac here with you. So, Malcolm, about this, as you get to Detroit, and this is something I've talked about with the front office about the Detroit Lions. They kind of move in with what the Red Wings are doing. They move in with what the Pistons are doing. This city does seem to have, quote-unquote, turned that corner right now. And you know, on the Pistons side of it, a guy that you know very well, Cade Cunningham, another Oklahoma State product as well, who, by the way, will be playing Oklahoma State, will be in action at Oakland this year at the Arena. So we'll get Malcolm out there for that one. Yeah. But with all that being said, I mean, do you feel that? I mean, do you feel that kind of youth movement, this city, these franchises turning the corner right now, the new generation, I guess you could say?
Oh, 100%. I mean, like I said, everyone's positive. Everyone's, looking on the upside. And so it's one of those things where we just got to go out there and just be confident and positive in our game plans. And I think we have that chemistry on the team and the staff to go do that.
Southpaw Slabs in our YouTube chat thread wants to know, Malcolm, how's your jumper? You play basketball at all?
No basketball. I was in wrestling. We always, when we had our little breaks, we'd go in the wrestling basketball gym and kind of shoot around while we had like a water break or something like that. But never really shot a basketball, but I did play some good defense. When we went on wrestlers. So.
Well, I remember in high school, though, like the wrestlers, your workouts are different, bro. Like, those cats are, you guys are animals.
It's right along the side of boxing. I always said that I box during the summer and stuff like that. It's just for the cardio and the training and stuff 100%. Like that. But what the wrestlers do and rolling. My question is so you've got your sort of feet wet here in Detroit and stuff like this. What are some of the things, maybe coming from a small town in Oklahoma, misconceptions or something that maybe surprised you, or maybe some food, something that you ate? Have you eaten anything real good?
Yeah, I've had a couple steakhouses out here. Ocean Prime is very good.
There you go.
And I've had a good old Wagyu steak on a tomahawk. So I mean,
first time.
Oh, first time. You can't. So, you don't find that stuff.
Well,
in
you're from
Oklahoma. Yeah, you don't find that stuff like that.
But you approve though?
Oh, I approve of it.
All right.
Cuts like butter.
We got some culture in this young man.
Medium rare. So I gotta love some steak.
Talking with Malcolm Rodriguez here on Big D Energy.
Doesn't that make you feel good though?
Oh, 100%.
When you're middle linebacker, I love steak.
Yes.
Give me some Wagyu. Get the kids some Wagyu.
When we had you on Heavyweights, Malcolm, we talked about your potential Madden ratings. And once we've been going on about that, Madden ratings have been coming out. I got it right here. They got you at a 90 acceleration, 86 speed. That's what we talked about.
Those would probably
be your highest attributes.
Look at how he locks in on
Madden ratings. How do you feel about those Madden ratings?
Hey, I'm excited about it, and hopefully I can keep improving each year.
There you
go. That's a good starting point.
They don't lie.
Exactly.
Those very rarely are they off. So like you're happy when you hear that as a rookie or whatever. They got it right. That makes you feel like they paid attention. Would you say that those are the attributes that you want?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, that's one of those things where they obviously
pay
attention to the film, and so they go off of that.
And talk about that, because sometimes that's not the way it is, and you have to go out and prove it, because you seem like a guy that, okay, if you got it wrong and you see me differently, I'm going to go out and show you.
It's just one of those things, each game you go out there and just show them how fast you are, show your speed, and it's one of those things where I'm like, man, I might not be the biggest guy, but I'm going to the ball.
So, what was my pet peeve? What did I say? Oh, can we get somebody to run and cover that sweep on Aaron Jones running on the backfield?
Yeah. You're looking at him.
He's here.
Side to side.
The one thing I had, they only gave him a 61 for awareness. Like former QB, former safety, like the guy calls the shot.
That's the rookie.
Then they broke it down.
So we're gonna have to, show a little film on that one. Then
we can bump it up. Ocho Cinco and tell him to bump that up a little bit.
Don't worry. When you jump in front one of those little slants this year and take it to the house, you know what? That'll go up 20 points.
There we go.
Malcolm, what about that though? Like, you're in the Madden, like the youngster portion of you right now. I mean, you're in Madden. We're talking about your Madden ratings. Low key. How does that feel? Man?
Honestly, I never thought of it at this point, and now it's like, man, you're here, you're in Madden, and so I always just grew up playing it, and it's just surreal, and I'm just thankful and blessed to be in that game.
No, it is. And it's great to have you catch up with us here today. And Malcolm, I'll put you on the spot then a little bit about this. We talked about that, like the awareness rating and stuff like that. That 6th-round draft pick label that's attached to you. Because I've always said this: we make such a big deal about these drafts and where guys are taken, where they're selected. But for me, the second that draft's over, it technically doesn't it doesn't matter where you were drafted or anything like that. Once that draft is over, you're playing for your job now, and everyone's on the same footing, right?
Yeah, and the coaching staff has preached that. No matter if you're 1st round or 6th round or undrafted, if you come in and you perform and produce, you're going to get a chance to start and play.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, Malcolm, let's address it then real quick. The people that say that you are small, that's why you were taken later in the draft. as that process was playing itself out, does that burn inside you? I mean, how did you deal with that?
I always have a burning itch inside of me to go out there and prove those people wrong. So I've always had that ever since I was coming out of high school. I mean, guy's not very big. I don't know if he can play D1. Now it's like, oh, he's not going to make it to the next level. He's too small. So I always have that burning desire and, want to go out there and prove people wrong.
Business as usual, man.
He's fired up. In the eyes, he's got it.
Yeah.
From somebody who used to have it, maybe still has it every now and then. I look forward because I always preach that self-awareness, and you are very self-aware to whatever your detractors are, and at the end of the day, it's like, let's go.
Yep.
Oklahoma drill for a reason, right? They call it the Oklahoma drill for a reason.
Let's put the pads on. Let's see how we do.
The kids from Oklahoma are built for it.
Yeah. Let's put the pads on and see how we do. Malcolm, I love it, man. I appreciate you coming through. I appreciate your support of Woodward Sports as well. And, obviously we're big fans. We're going to see.
We're going to see.
Appreciate you guys.
Thank you guys, and we're excited.
Absolutely. Malcolm Rodriguez, everybody. Detroit Lions here in the house at Feldman Automotive Carmageddon weekend. Detroit Dog Rescue is out as well. Malcolm, appreciate you sliding through, brother. Good luck, and we'll be talking to you soon. But that's what it is. Kind of your reactions to that.
Can somebody get him a Wagyu dog, please?
Get the guy a Wagyu dog. C. Gerald says, perfect team for him. Detroit versus everybody. And you do that. He oozes that, man.
Hey, forget your pants, man. I'm fully swollen. You might have I got bit by a wasp all over my body.
I told you, man, this guy, he's ready.
Give me that jersey.
He fits the team perfectly. He's ready for it. I bought the jersey yesterday. Jersey's hopefully going to be here next week.
Dude, the low-key confidence.
Yes.
Self-confidence.
Yes.
Not the brag, just about, you know what, I've been doing this my whole life. And you know what, if you look back to the Oklahoma wrestling, like that is the end-all, the be-all where everything comes from. Obviously, like the Brock Lesnar's and the Jake Hager's, but these are like world-class guy with his foundation. So, and you know what? It's just so it's going to be exciting to watch these guys. It really, like, the epitome. You asked that question about look at what the Wings and the Pistons and everything else, and then there's a connection there to watch these teams. Because I remember when us and the Pistons, and at different times, there is this yin and yang feeding off each other.
Yeah.
You know what? Pushing the city, and nothing like everybody being good at the same time.
Yeah, no, and it is. It is an exciting time. And look, the Tigers have been disappointing. There's no doubt about it. But the other teams, certainly, they got some juice going. There is no doubt about that. Speaking of juice, Cintron is the official energy drink of the Detroit Red Wings. Cintron has combined all three of their delicious flavors into a limited edition 6-pack sampler box. Try Cintron's great-tasting cranberry, the classic, the sugar-free, all in one cool-looking Red Wings labeled box. Pre-order your Cintron 6-pack sampler box today at CintronWorld.com/Red Wings. Get energized with Cintron. Let's go Red Wings.
It's Feldman's Carmageddon. We're putting an end to high prices during our 4-day super sale. Only 3 days left to shop thousands of used cars, trucks, and SUVs. Hurry in. Only 3 days left.
Detroit's downtown summer playground is back. Open all summer long, the Monroe Street Midway. Enjoy roller skating, free Wi-Fi, food trucks, art installations, and so much more. Don't forget to take advantage of the basketball court, putt-putt, and, of course, family programming all summer long. All art installations are done by Detroit artists, and it's a fun, safe event from people 1 to 100. Go to deckedoutdetroit.com.
Hey, this is Mr. Kearney, Chief Academic Officer at Academy of Warren. I want to welcome you to the brand new field house. The state-of-the-art facility has a regulation basketball court, volleyball court, soccer field. It can be used for 7-on-7 football. Our K-8 academic features AM, PM, latchkey, small classroom sizes, Learning Street, futuristic media center, free breakfast and lunch, Holton Mifflin curriculum, academic games, K-8 athletics, and more. Enroll today at academywarren.net.
Have an opinion? Make sure it's seen and heard. Corner, jumper, Tweet us, hop on the YouTube chat, slide in the DMS at Woodward Sports on all social media.
Neal Ruhl here for the Monroe Street Midway. Think you've got what it takes to beat a former professional athlete in a three-point contest? Well, Friday is your chance. By the way, that is today, and it's coming up in just a little bit. Go on down to the Monroe Street Midway in Detroit. You can take on our own Braylon Edwards. The chance to win $1,000. The bottom line will be broadcasting live with the three-point contest taking place right after. We will see you all out there at the Monroe Street Midway in downtown Detroit. Brought to you by Bedrock. Pulling up on the second hour of the show. Appreciate Malcolm Rodriguez for sliding through here at Feldman Automotive. We're at the Carmageddon weekend. They're putting it into high car prices here at Feldman Chevrolet and Novi and across all the other Feldman Automotive locations. It's going on until Monday. More than 3,000 used cars, trucks, and SUVs available. It's Darren McCarty's Dogs and Dogs. He's 2 hot dogs in. Spencer Raxter's into hour number 2. He's committed to 6. He's ready to roll.
Another one in here. Easy. Grab me a glizzy.
There we go.
Glizzy me, dog.
And for the real dogs, the Detroit Dog Rescue is out here as well. They got a bunch of cute dogs out there, so come on out here and get that process going. Get you a new car, smash a couple hot dogs, go home with a new dog. I think that's a pretty full Friday.
But I'm sorry to get back into it, but like, how can you not love the guy? He comes up, you hear how he's talking. You see he got D-Mac going. It's like that's what you need out of a linebacker. That's what you need out of a rookie, to have that fire, that ready to go, that ready to prove it. And that's why I love. Like I said, I bought the jersey yesterday. Hopefully it'll be here next week. That's my dog. I'm riding with him.
And there is Easy right there, part of the Woodward Heavyweights. He's knocking dogs down. Spencer's going in for another one. It's aggressive, to say the least, but hey, we're here for it. It is Friday. YouTube chat thread, your thoughts. Rack, Spencer's fanboying so hard right now.
100%.
Dom Rivera, 88. Hit that like button for our guy, Malcolm Rodriguez. Lawrence Harris, Malcolm Rodriguez has this town fired up. Dom also said Spencer's cracking me up. So.
Oh, man. I'm so happy right now. It's like I meet legends. Like, I met Darren McCarty. I met Braylon Edwards. I met, other guys like that. And then it's like, this is the most invested in a Lions season I've ever been.
Yeah.
This is one of the. We brought the hype. We brought the Malcolm Rodriguez hype train to Detroit when we did the breakdown on heavyweights, and I'm just.
And guys, isn't it great that the person is great? Yeah. Like so that invests you all in. That's what it is now. The reality is that it's the NFL, right? Availability, the fact that, but to get the opportunity, but when you get to talk to somebody and see what they're made of, to look them in the eye and just to hear them talk and to know, like, I can sense BS and, when you're filling me some lines about self-confidence and stuff, trust me. And it's just going to be, you hope all the best is putting it in. And now it's not about, he needs to do this, he needs to do that, he needs to do that. Because I believe that if he's healthy and available, he could be a big part of this. What do we always look at to other teams, right? Drafting, it's not the high draft, it's who's made better picks later that has developed earlier on, right?
That's what changes your franchise, man.
That's what franchise change. And then we can go into, hey, what's the money on a 6th-rounder look like?
Right.
Going to this and that and whatever. Opportunity. And the way that you can see every time he talks about being together, being part of the team, talking about the coaches, it's almost like verbatim of what you hear preach to them coming out of the locker room. So
Zach Conley,
they got to do the work, man.
Zach Conley in our YouTube chat thread. Spencer's got a man crush.
It's literally like, I tell people this. I tell all my friends. I tell like D-Mac, Braylon. 2 of the nicest guys I know, 2 of the most down-to-earth people I know. You meet the legends, and they're such good people. Same thing. You meet the guy. He's the draft pick. He's the rookie, and he's such a good person, such a cool guy. It just adds to the fact.
Yeah, absolutely. But, yeah, people are certainly fired up. And remember, Oklahoma State's been a place that's been kind to Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
Barry Sanders, Kate Cunningham.
Right?
I'm just saying.
Barry Sanders wasn't that big at Oklahoma State. Remember that?
Yeah. So, that's what it is. Just remember the lineage. Like I always say, I'm not an Ohio State quarterback guy because of the lineage. I am an Oklahoma State to Detroit guy.
Yes. No matter if it's basketball or
it doesn't matter because the proof is out there. But it is incredible, though, just to read everybody's comments and how fired up they are about Malcolm Rodriguez. And, yeah, that quiet confidence, man, that it is infective, man. Like, it infects you. It gets you hyped, dude.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, can't wait for football certainly to get going. But we've been talking about it, too. We got that Kyler Murray story, I think. It really snapped me into football for the year. Like that was the one. I was kind of floating around.
You sort
and
of
stuff.
needed that, right?
Yeah,
You're
absolutely.
waiting to come out of and it's sort of like, hey, you got punched in the mouth. To reality, well, Arizona did. Because it wasn't it also too. You knew they had to do it. To what level did they have to do it? And then at the end of the day, did you go, okay, over the barrel? That's it. We're going to go over the barrel.
Yeah, well, and it's just too like right. You look at
the spark lights, right? That should spark the light to see. Because I'm expecting. See, you mentioned it. The longer it goes, it looks like it's going to play out. And kick saving a beauty, Lamar's fashion. That went over the crossbar, by the way, deflected. Yeah. Is the fact of now you expect Lamar to have something done, but is there a point, I wanted to know that it doesn't get done, say, in the next 2 weeks or something, that you think that it won't get done, or you think that maybe it is the holdout to what Spence said about, hey, franchise me, I'm holding out. The one thing is that you don't have somebody talking in his ear or giving him scenarios because he's being his own agent.
Yeah.
So really it's just point A to point B. And to me, I think, did you look at it like, and Lamar Jackson's looking to get paid because he should get paid because he didn't get paid before, right? That's the difference here, too. He's looking for the payday.
And I think it changes. But again, I was saying earlier, before we had Malcolm on, I have to catch myself, right? Because I want to say that changes how future drafts work.
But it doesn't because we watched it again, right?
But they all knew it was coming,
right?
And they didn't do it. You know what I'm saying? So, but I think you do have to have a rookie quarterback contract on the books at all times.
But does that say that, like, teams, because when you said they all knew it was coming, but does that put more, you look at Pittsburgh, that the way that they drafted to where it was, where they saw it coming as you're narrating it as we see it, so they avoided it.
Well,
but Arizona's not that good of a franchise or directed as well, and maybe we've always looked at Baltimore and was it Ozzie Newsome still there? Whoever's running Baltimore, you always thought that they did due diligence. They weren't frivolous or they weren't stupid with contracts. So I'm just wondering.
And Pittsburgh's intimately familiar with it, right, D-Mac? Because they just had a $40 million Ben Roethlisberger come off the books. So they know.
We're not doing that again.
so they know, right? I mean, they saw. And so they went out and they got the guy. And I want to say, but I feel like kind of fandom saying this, I want to say this does change drafts going forward until the CBA changes, until there's a cap on quarterback salary or the salary cap gets increased. Like if you're the Ravens and you're looking at signing Lamar Jackson long term, and $50 million is that number that gets thrown around. You get $205 million to spend. That's your cap. You're talking 25% of your cap on a quarterback. Where you're in a team, you need 53 players. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but that's where that late draft. Those are the teams. I think that's the next wave, right? The teams that kill the 5th round, 6th round of the draft. Those will be your new teams. Right. Those will be your new teams that come in that are a factor and that win a lot of football games.
Well, if that's the case, we just talked to a 6th rounder that could try to make a splash here in Detroit. Maybe Detroit's one of those teams.
Yeah.
Right? Because you're still out of that's the one thing right now. You're not in this the conversation's coming, but you're not there yet, right? It's almost like the boat's going on its way trip to the island. Right, but you still have time. You're going to make it there, right? You're going to make it there eventually, so these are the conversations you want to have. And again, it comes back to who's in charge. Brad Holmes, okay, right now in Holmes I trust, okay, so you're not going to get blindsided.
That was one of my bold predictions on heavyweights is that, the fandom aside, with the linebacking core that we have, he is going to start by the end of the season. Maybe it's probably not going to be to start the year because he's a rookie. He's got to get used to, the NFL, the playbook, the defensive scheme, everything going on. But by the end of the season, I guarantee Malcolm Rodriguez is starting games for the Lions at linebacker. Guarantee it.
There'll be an opportunity.
Yes.
There is no doubt. And that goes back to what I talked about. I've always been fascinated by that dynamic of the draft, like how hype we get for it, how much we put into it. Because it's hope, right? Like you're selling hope. That's the appeal of the draft is that you're selling hope. You line up, you get your hit of hopium, and you move on. But it's one of those things where when you look at the draft, the second that it's over, it doesn't matter.
No.
The only thing that it matters to is whoever's accountant, or whoever's agent or stuff like that.
At the end of the day, 2 weeks your check, but you still got to go out and perform on the field. So.
No, absolutely. And, it is. It's one of those things where you'll see, and he'll get an opportunity. And if he's good, guess what?
He's got a new nickname if he's good.
Yeah.
It's not Grande Papi. It'll be Guardian Alarm right there on the back end. Because Malcolm and Guardian Alarm, that just go hand in hand with keeping you safe and giving you peace of mind. Imagine having Guardian Alarm style security on the linebacking core of your defense. Wow, because we know Guardian Alarm, whether you're at home or on the road. The 24/7 local monitoring makes sure what is important to you is safe. So I can guarantee you Sammy Flannel is 101 days of straight flannel, so call 1-800.
Stay out.
That's 1-800.
Stay out.
Make sure you call 1-800.
Stay out, Malcolm Rodriguez haters. We don't want any of the hate. Man's a legend already.
This guy is out of
control,
man.
That's pants guy. Anyways, we could know Malcolm could be called Guardian Alarm by the end of it. Let him know. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports sent you.
New to the game or a season better? OddsTrader.com has everything you need to make the right bet ahead of kickoff. Begin your handicapping journey with OddsTrader. Improve your edge by finding the best price on every game from sportsbooks in your backyard. Take advantage of the numerous sign-up bonus offers to pad your bankroll. Dive into key game statistics, player performance, and even account for the projected game day weather. Best of all, you can use the OddsTrader bet tracker to keep a log of your action. Welcome to OddsTrader, and best of luck.
Fellas, let's be honest. We like things to be easy. We like simple stuff, like sports 7 days a week. We like things uncomplicated, like Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. Open 10 to 8, 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Sign in, sit down, watch your favorite team play. And before you know it, your hair will be game ready. Open 10 to 8, 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
Make sure you're listening to Woodward Sports all day long. Start your morning with the Morning Woodward Show. Spend middays with Big D Energy. Watch and listen your drive home with the bottom line. And don't forget about Woodward Bets Daily. All live, all right here on the Woodward Sports Network.
If you didn't know, now you know. Tammy here is advertising the Big Frog, the free Woodward Sports t-shirt. She went over to Big Frog in Novi because we're in Novi. Tammy's got the free Woodward t-shirts that you can get all month long over at Big Frog in Novi. Stop by, tell them we sent you, and they will print you one on the spot. Did they print it on the spot?
It was already for me.
It was on the spot, she said. There we go. Get to Big Frog today in Novi for your free t-shirt. Visit them online, bigfrog.com/Novi. Thank you, Tammy.
Welcome back. Big D Energy. Shout out Tammy Chin pulling up on us here in Novi. We are at Feldman Automotive, the Carmageddon weekend. Over 3,000 used cars, trucks, and SUVs available. And I shared the story earlier. Look, some of you out there, leases are expiring. And guess what? There ain't no new cars to get. There's no chips to build them with.
No cars for you.
So pull on up to Feldman Automotive. I got a solution for you. They got over 3,000 used cars, trucks, and SUVs for you out here. So figure out what you want to do with that. Also, D-Max Dogs here in the house. We got hot dogs from Great Lakes, Coney Island. What's the count, Spencer Raxter?
We got 4 down, 2 to go.
4 down, 2 to go. It's going to be a big finish to Big D Energy here today for Spencer Raxter. Easy from the Woodward Heavyweight Show, 5 to 7 is out here. They've decimated some hot dogs. We'll just say it. We'll just say it like that. We got Sam Flannel, Neal, Ruhl, D-Mac, Darren, McCarty here. As we said on our Woodward Sports social media outlet on Twitter, as a matter of fact, we just got done giving away a $50 gas card courtesy of Feldman Automotive. Big shout out to Kristen Maison for winning that $50 gift card. That's big these days right now. That is big. So congratulations, Kristen. So remember, you guys want to get involved. We do stuff like this all the time. We follow us on social media, all the Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Subscribe on the YouTube channel. Jump in the show. Get your thoughts out there as well. We'll read your thoughts as the show rolls on, like this one from Doughboy Steve. His cheeks are blushed.
Hey, man. I'm telling you, it's like me and Easy talk about it, how we talked about, like, being so invested in the NBA Summer League this year because we did so much homework on these draft picks. We did so much stuff like that. It's the same kind of thing. Like, we have been on board the Malcolm Rodriguez train since day one. Literally the day after he got drafted, we did the video. It's at like 12,000 views on YouTube right now. We entered the train, and I'm riding it. I'm riding it until it falls off the tracks.
There you go. Absolutely. Murph says, when is Easy going to show Neal that you don't sign quarterbacks until the final year of their deal? I don't know about that. That's we can have that. We can have that discussion. You do it. You do it when it's most financially viable for you. You don't wait until that quarterback has you over the barrel like Kyler Murray did to the Cardinals. They cost themselves.
And what's going on with Lamar? Like, Lamar might hold out because they've been waiting too long. But with Goff, it's a different story. Like, I'm not worried about Jared Goff holding the Lions over a barrel.
No, but you know what, though? Let's talk about that, though, for a second. And D-Mac, jump in with this. It is one of those things when you know you have your guy or he is your guy, especially with the quarterback position, it's proven it's only going up. It's not going down. It's never going down.
No.
Never.
No, it is. So the smart ones extend it earlier or try to get the best deal that they can because as it always goes up, then you're going to end up in this position. So you always got to pay over value, even if he's that's why usually you see these extensions a couple years out, but it makes sense. You know, like if Jared Goff has a great deal and knows that he can go to market but is happy here and stuff like that, there's an opportunity to sign him for between $35 and $40 million a year, which saves you money to go further on, right?
Spencer.
Dude,
that's what it's going to be.
So what else are you going to get? So here's the thing.
Spence, what's your plan then?
We draft a quarterback this year. We let Jared Goff play off his last 2 years of his contract, and we say, see you later, buddy.
Okay, what quarterback? Like, what's
Will
the
Levis,
plan?
Or if you're not, what do you expect them to be drafting this year? Like, we'll say like around 10 to 15, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
So if you can't get one of those, obviously we're not going to get Stroud or Young. But if you get Levis, you get one of those guys there, or you package these deals, you package these picks you have. Obviously, nobody's going to
teams
trade
that
out.
need a quarterback are not trading you.
Nobody's trading out of the top 3.
Right.
But if you can trade into the top 5, top 7, and get the third guy,
it's not the way.
Get your guy.
Game's changed.
I think I'm on the Brad Holmes plan, man.
So
I think I am.
Because
I've been turned.
Because
40%
if every
discount
other
to
quarterback
market
is making $45 to $50 million a year, and you have your guy at 37, 38,
30 for the next 2 years if you want.
Well,
him.
that's what I'm saying. And then you would maybe extend him off at 35 or something like that, right? So if you could tie it up,
I'm on board.
You're reading the writing on the wall.
Yeah.
The
now,
Rams
if you can
have
get
shown
that
us.
quarterback, then it goes back into, to your point, it could be either way.
Yeah.
Because you could draft that quarterback who's the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th best, but it's good for your system that you've built around, right?
Yeah.
That you're plugging and placing this guy that you don't want to give this money to. But if I'm going to guess which way he's going the Goff way. I think he's going away to extend him and pay him $30 million when he doesn't have to do anything else because he's the guy that's going to get him.
Is he all right? Let me ask you this: does he produce at 40%, at a 40% discount to what Kyler Murray produces or Lamar Jackson, whoever your $50 million a year guys are?
Yes, but I think
then the math works.
A rookie quarterback can do the same thing. Like if Goff, the fact is Goff is, like we said, bottom tier, bottom third. He's mid. He's mid. He is Jimmy Garoppolo. The Rams showed us if you extend him with the team, it doesn't work out. You're going to have to move on from him eventually. You're going to have to get a quarterback if you want to win. The Rams literally did that. They paid him top flight quarterback money. Didn't work out. If you pay him top 10 quarterback money, it's not going to work out. And if you're paying a guy that is only good when the rest of his team around him is good, you're paying him to be 40% of Kyler Murray, 40% of Lamar Jackson, of these great quarterbacks. A rookie quarterback can do that. A rookie quarterback, I don't care who it is, can come in and be 40% of those guys.
That's assumptive, bro.
With an amazing squad around him, like with all other facets of the team.
Yeah, when did that happen?
Yeah, Mac Jones.
When did that happen?
Mac Jones happened last year.
Stop for a minute. When was this? And I agree that happened before, right? And who was there to watch him? Who has seen that? These are the situations when you have to look specifically at Brad Holmes and Jared Goff. So the fact is, Jared Goff isn't the same person he was when you're talking about him going to the Super Bowl. I don't care. He's not even the same quarterback.
Yes.
I don't even know what he is. Was he the first half of last year or is he the second half of last year? To me, he's more the second half of last year. There's some faith that Brad Holmes has in Jared Goff to carry his mantle across everything. Do you not get this? Does anybody else not get this? That who has Brad Holmes more attached his ship to? Jared Goff.
That's what I'm reading out of
That's what I read the same thing. So if that's the case, what are we going to do? Like, there's scenarios are out there, but you're going to be comfortable if he does that because you're going to see what he sees. He's waiting until I don't think Brad Holmes says this is the way it is. I think that this is what I'm trying to put together and in my big plan. So if it doesn't work and it is the quarterback at the end of the day because all the rest of it, the defense, the offense has in place, then it's easier to throw that draft choice with 1 year under his belt or backing up into the fire. Like in that scenario, there's different scenarios to play out, but I just think there's a marriage there, right? And what we're going to see, let's wait. I got the whole year on the clock, but you're going to know in 6 games. Sure. Is it a continuation of last year, or is it trying to find it again?
Brad Holmes said before the season started that he is not married to Jared Goff. He said if there is a guy there, on a Rich Eisen interview, if there is a guy there, they will go get that guy.
Well, there you go.
They will go draft that guy. So it's not that he's married to Jared. I'm fine with us keeping Jared Goff, letting him play his contract out, letting him play these last 2 years and doing that, and having a rookie in the weights, having a guy ready to go, but extending him does not make sense.
But look at your timeline, though, Spence.
Yeah.
Look at your timeline, and if this team improves the way that we think it's going to, right? Is there a positive trajectory? We can agree, right? We can definitely agree on that.
Yes.
In your timeline, then they're going to get better, right? They've got $100 million in cap space in 2024. Like, trajectory-wise, if they continue to improve and they're winning, you're not changing that. But you're not taking that quarterback out of that mix.
Look at the 49ers.
Yeah.
The San Francisco 49ers were the NFC Championship last year. Had that same situation with Jimmy Garoppolo. He wasn't good enough. He's on a bigger contract. They drafted a rookie quarterback, and he's going to start this year. I mean, his sophomore year starting now, but the same situation. You're not extending Jared Goff. That's ludicrous. Ludicrous.
Hey, shut your mic off. Who invited you? we don't need to get in the depth of the San Francisco. What it is that you're just going to have to sit back and find out, right? Every scenario. No, you're right. That was easy from Woodward Heavyweights.
5-7, by the way.
5-7.
Woodward Sports Network.
No, but you're right with those scenarios of what has happened. You can look different places, but to your point.
And like the Mac Jones thing, they had no alternative.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
they didn't have a guy.
They had Cam Newton.
As I said, they had no alternative. Like,
for me, if they have, like, to your point, they have the $100 million in cap space. If they're an ascending team, Jared Goff isn't the guy to put you over the hump. So he's proven that.
Yeah, but
But if you have an ascending team, you're not putting that on the line.
Quit saying he's proven that.
He has proven it.
But you're not saying. You're not taking to what he said into consideration, that if they improve, right, it's going to be part of it, and they're not going to take him out. And then you're going to go back 7 years because he did something 7 years ago. Obviously, he's not the same player to get there, right, Neal? If they go 7 wins or 6, 7, if they go 8 wins this year, and then they go 11 wins in the playoffs, right? You want to hope that Goff's under contract if you're moving forward, so you don't have to pay that. Is that what we're saying here?
Yeah, and I don't like Easy's talking in the YouTube chat thread. When did I say extend Jared Goff? Like when I don't understand when I said that. I like the chair right now with Goff because you have the hammer.
Yes.
You have him at $30 million for the next 2 years in an era where Lamar Jackson's going to be making $50 million next year. He will be making $50 million. I have Goff at a 40% discount to market.
Yeah.
And I'm more than comfortable with that now. It's changed. It's changed. As Sam Flannel likes to say, when new information presents itself, I reserve the right to change my opinion. And that is where I like Jared Goff at $30 million, $35 million when Stafford's making 40 and Aaron Rodgers making 40? No, I do not. But do I like Jared Goff at $30 million when Lamar Jackson's making $50 million and Kyler Murray's making $46 million?
For 2 years. When everybody's making 50.
Yes, I do. I like the chair right now.
I think we have a great situation right now Like you said, he's got the 2 years left. You get a rookie quarterback. You bring him in. If you move on from Goff, rookie quarterback doesn't work out, you have the situation that the Browns are in, where you can trade that rookie quarterback, you have the complete team, and get a veteran if that rookie doesn't work out.
Right.
Plan A, rookie works out, everything's fine, Bengals situation. Plan B, rookie quarterback doesn't work out, you trade for an established veteran, Rams, Browns situation. Like, I don't know. I like Jared Goff, like you said, for what he's getting paid right now, for the rest of his contract now. But if we want to improve and be a legitimate contender, we're going to have to move on eventually.
Yeah, absolutely. And easy, like your take about extending them in the last year of their deal and stuff like that, the team's gambled. And Arizona lost. And Baltimore's going to lose. They could have easily 2 years ago locked up Lamar Jackson at under $40 million a year. 2 years ago they could have. And now they're going to pay.
Before Mahomes and Rodgers got paid.
And now they're going to pay. So that's on them. They cost themselves money. They cost themselves 2 players. They cost themselves 2 star players by doing it. It all rotates, man. Like it's cyclical. And when you take that gamble and you lose, you pay the price. And the Ravens are going to pay the price. And the Cardinals have paid the price. The Ravens are going to pay the price. That's the way it is. So when you got your guy, and I think that Holmes, they're comfortable with Goff. They are.
Yeah.
He's been around them. He's comfortable with them. I'm on board with it, man. I'm on board with him being the guy, certainly at the discount to market, too. I'm cool with it. Because now, can you imagine? And that 2024 number, I'm 95% sure that includes Goff on the books. And I just want to take a look at it real quick. Because when you look at the Lions and where they sit, and yes, that is with Goff under contract. They have $91.2 million in cap space in 2024 with their quarterback signed. Do you see where this is going here right now?
I'd follow.
That's like I will expect an NFC championship in 24-25.
Until you got all those, but then you got to pay all those guys. The Aiden Hutchinsons, the Penny Sewells, the Jameson Williams.
All those guys are still under contract.
Yeah.
Decker, Ragnow,
after that,
Vitae, Hutchinson, Sewell, Jameson Williams. All those guys are under contract. Jameson Williams making under $5 million. Like, that's the time. That's when you finish it off. That's when you go into the free agency market. Your quarterback's under contract already.
No, but you finish it off with the court. Like we can't finish it off with Goff. It's not. You're not finishing anything off with Goff, in my opinion.
Well, your opinion is sort of like your Malik Willis opinion. I think.
Come on.
If you think Goff is a championship quarterback,
I think you're wrong.
I don't know what
NFC championship quarterback. Yeah,
I'm not in the business of finishing it off by winning an NFC championship.
Right, but I mean,
that's where you move on.
That's the basis. That's the basis Brad Holmes has.
Maybe here's the thing: whether he is or not, I think that as this plays out more and more, you're going to have to accept the fact that he's Holmes' guy.
I don't think
But to the fact, that's, I think right now, but it's like as Sam says, as play it's changed, but you should be happy with the fact that he came out quoted and said, if I can get something better, I will.
Yeah.
So there you go. So most of the time, Jared Goff is the best that he's got. Out of everybody else that you could pay, is Jared Goff, is there somebody else you'd rather pay than Goff?
Would you cut Jared Goff? Money? Would you cut Jared Goff and pay Lamar Jackson?
No, I'm not interested in paying him $50 million.
Unrestricted free agent?
No.
Nope.
I'm not interested in spending $50 million. That's 25% of your cap, man.
Yeah.
No, I like.
But even if in 2024 you have all that cap space, you factor Lamar Jackson instead of Jared Goff, so that's an extra $20 million.
I think Jared Goff wins you a Super Bowl for Lamar Jackson does.
Ooh, I don't know about that.
Because it's a team around. That's what you don't see.
What about this? And I know we've blown past the break, but I do have to ask. I know we have to ask Spencer this question.
Content is content.
Mark Royal. Green Bay's not winning with Rodgers with the number they're paying him, and he's not allowing them to get anyone's help with that team.
Yeah.
That's facts.
Right. Do you want to be that?
No.
Right, but that's when you're paying that's when he's
when
saying
Lamar Jackson enters the picture.
Oh, yeah, that was hypothetical. I don't want to do that.
With 25, it all comes back to forget the name. It's percentage of your
numbers.
Salary cap.
It's not names.
When you're owning,
numbers.
No, it's number. Right now, it's numbers, and then it's feasible.
Look at the Chargers right now. Look at what the Chargers have built around their rookie stud quarterback.
And they're like the Bengals.
Justin Herbert.
And the Bengals are in the same spot.
But they both did the same thing, and they got their guy, and you should,
And this is their time to strike. As you see what the Chargers have done, they recognize that.
Yeah, they went
and the Bengals better recognize that.
The Bengals need offensive linemen.
Now.
For sure.
Now. And you need to go to Big Boy. Now. Ciabatta summer salads, hand dip shakes, all at Big Boy. Try the Chicken Club, Chicken Cordon Bleu, or Sunrise Ham and Cheddar. It's a banger. All on the grilled ciabatta bread. Keep it light with a Michigan apple salad, chicken Caesar, or Greek salad. And don't forget to cool off with a hand-dipped shake, cookies and cream, strawberry. You know what it is. You heard it here first. Summer just got better at Big Boy.
Hi, I'm John from Better Rate Mortgage, and to me, family is more than blood. That's why I have the biggest family in Metro Detroit. If you're looking to buy a house or refinance and need a loan, come get treated better than family by me and our entire team here at Better Rate Mortgage. We pride ourselves on giving you better advice, better service, and a better loan experience. That's why we are Better Rate. If you're looking for a new mortgage, come get treated like family. Actually, better with Better Rate Mortgage. Visit us at mybetterrate.com or call at 248-480-4467 today.
New to the game or a season better? OddsTrader.com has everything you need to make the right bet ahead of kickoff. Begin your handicapping journey with OddsTrader. Improve your edge by finding the best price on every game from sportsbooks in your backyard. Take advantage of the numerous sign-up bonus offers to pad your bankroll. Dive into key game statistics, player performance, and even account for the projected game day weather. Best of all, you can use the OddsTrader bet tracker to keep a log of your action. Welcome to OddsTrader, and best of luck.
Back at it, show ripping by here today. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, live on location. Feldman Automotive, it's Carmageddon weekend. More than 3,000 used cars, trucks, and SUVs available now. They're everywhere. Chevy Blazer behind us. Prices cut. There's tons of inventory here right now. Simple economics, everybody. The more inventory you have, the lower the prices can be. And I'm not even smart, but even I understand that one. D-Mac, Darren McCarty here in the house. We got Sam Flannel, Spencer Raxter. Friend of the show, Tammy Chin, is out here. Easy from the Woodward Heavyweights. The people from the Detroit Dog Rescue in the house, because it's D-Mac's Dogs and Dogs, right? Great Lakes, Coney Island in the house. The hot dogs are bangers. They're free. Come on out and get some of those as well. And then like the actual dogs that need a good home, the Detroit Dog Rescue is here as well. Very knowledgeable. They walk you through the process. They do everything. And, you know, D-Mac's been cheesing.
What's going on with those Reese's? They're going to melt out there.
D-Mac's been out here cheesing. But, yeah, the dogs and the dogs, like right here. This is part of the dogs.
That's melon.
What is it?
Melon. I call
melon?
it melon because she's got the watermelon.
Oh, the watermelon, the little watermelon collar right there.
There it is.
I like that. So there you have it. The dogs and the dogs right here. But, hey, how cute is this dog for real? You know.
Neal's only got 8,000 things going on. Sticking his score right in his head.
Ah, that's all right, man. It's Friday. Yeah.
I'm getting two-sis. I'm getting two-sis.
They need another dog in the McCarty household, I think.
Yeah, not really.
No, but we got all of you on our YouTube chat thread as well. And, go to DetroitDogRescue.com. Take a look around. And if you're in the market for a dog, you know, these dogs need good homes. So go ahead and hit them up, DetroitDogRescue.com. Melon right here. Another one of them. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, man.
It's the way there it is, right from the high stress of talking about the salary cap and Jared Goff, the Lions quarterback. Bring everybody back.
The dog looking at D-Mac the way that Spencer looks at Malcolm Rodriguez.
Honestly.
Like Malcolm should pick you up and like hold you like that and just kind of pet your hair and everything like that.
Just nuzzle him.
Yeah, you know, scratch your beard, you know, just that little thing. And Spencer will be there like going like that and everything. But we are chopping it up. I mean, and again, the Kyler Murray thing really snapped me in to it's football time. Like, it's July, training camps rolling, everything like that. It is football time. Yeah, we are, and we're ready to go. I got my Phil Steele college football preview at home. I got that last vacation coming up, you know, beginning of August that I'll go on with the fam, and then when we get back, man, we ride.
Oh, I'm so ready.
And we ride football.
So is there a next, if you, like, we're back into the flow, right? Is there something else that you look forward to? Is it just wait till the training camp opens up, or is there?
Yeah, I mean, well, the Hard Knocks is a different you know, that's a different animal for everybody this year as well. I know there's a lot of excitement for the hard knocks and everything that goes along with that. And, you know, it's all of it, though, D-Mac. I mean, every single year the bar goes higher and higher for football and our love of football in this country. It just does. Now, I'll tell you what, one of the outlying storylines that's football concern, I wonder how much this name, image, and likeness and transfer portal thing, I wonder if that's going to cut into our love of college football. I wonder about that.
Well, you saw yesterday, that one's got a Hemi in it. You can get it here at Feldman.
Yeah.
Carpalooza. Or Carmageddon, sorry. I think what you saw yesterday is that weren't they mulling over the transfer portal rule about being able to transfer every year if you wanted to, and stuff like that.
They're talking about lifting. For those of you that don't know, you get one free transfer, and then the subsequent transfers you have to sit out a year. Which, you know, I just go always, and this is my overlaying opinion to it, D-Mac. And, you know, I've told you this 1,000 times. Why is it cool for the coaches to bail?
Right.
I'm an announcer. I can bail. Why can the athletic director bail? Why? Why is it okay for everyone that makes all the money? Why is it okay for them to bail but not the players?
Well, I mean, it's just another conversation.
A regular student can transfer anytime they want.
But when you bring in the NIL and so that plays into if they allow the transfers every year and stuff, do I think it takes it away? I don't know. I think there's got to be some sort of – I'm in the camp that I think the NCAA went like the parent, oh, you want to do it yourself? Okay, then go ahead. Go ahead. You can cook. Yeah, go ahead and have the cereal for dinner. Go ahead and cook whatever you want. You know, you want chocolate cake for breakfast? Go ahead. I think the NCAA has taken that tack, and I think they're going to be, because they're looking for it to get more out of control and them to be looked to as to solve the issue.
Yeah.
I don't. No, Neal, I do not think NIL affects. I think because we're so programmed with football, maybe the mentality, it gets away from the innocence of the college game, if there is such a thing, as opposed to the pro game.
I think it improves it, honestly. I think it increases my fandom, because you look at like a Kenneth Walker situation where you have a guy that, yeah, he was good at Wake Forest. He was good there, but he wasn't the type of player he was.
Yeah.
And you bring that into a situation under a Mel Tucker, under a young guy who knows how to use that transfer portal.
But let me flip that and ask you this, Spence, as a Michigan State guy. What about Michigan State was in on that top offensive lineman, one of the best in the country?
Yes.
And then Miami swooped in and dropped the bag on him.
Yeah.
In Michigan State, you don't get no Coke. Like, does that hinder your enjoyment of it?
No.
But what if that continues to happen?
If it continues, that's even before the NIL. Michigan State was losing recruits to Miami, to Michigan, to Florida, to Alabama, Auburn, all these teams. So it's really not that much different. All that we know now is that they have the opportunity to go out and get these guys.
Yeah.
Michigan State has the opportunity to be in the conversation with a 5-star, with one of the best players in the country, because they could say, hey, yeah, we'll pay Matt Ishbia. We'll back up that Brinks truck, and he'll give you what you need to come here. So I think it levels the playing field, and I'm excited for it.
No, and my only concern, I guess, to say, quote unquote concern with it all, is, as a guy that always enjoyed, I don't want to say the mid-major college football, but the Mountain West, the goofy stuff, the five wideouts and all that kind of stuff.
Mountain West
football. We're doing a segment on it.
I can't wait.
Be prepared. We're going to do here's what we're going to do. We're going to do a college football preview week where we'll do one conference a day.
Right on.
Yeah.
And I'll have I have shirts. The San Jose State people sent you a shirt, D-Mac, to wear. So,
so hype.
Yeah. San Jose State.
They need to plug me. Mountain West, where's my T-shirt? Come on.
But that's my concern is it is shrinking, right? It's shrinking. And even within the conferences, like it's over for Vanderbilt, OVA. It's over. That's my concern is it's going to be just restricted. And the number of teams that are in there that are competitive, it's going to shrink.
Yes,
it just is.
It is.
But then again, I mean, if you look at it, as far as the national championship goes, That's been the case for years now. Like
exactly.
the Michigans, the Michigan States, they've fallen out of that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they have. Look at what's happened.
Yeah.
When they get in those circles, look at what happened. So, it's one of those things where I guess, D-Mac, I just have to pay attention because we've already been there.
Right. I think the whole thing is as far as does it change anything, it's when it's crossed the line and it's gone more of a recruiting tool than it is a name, image, likeness for being at the school already. You know what I'm saying? For what it was initially intended. So we'll see. But I'm more on the lines of Spence. I think it brings more excitement because, and at the end of the day, what I love is that it's because how many of these kids will eventually be the ones signing multi-million-dollar contracts?
Yes.
There's only a very few, and this sort of helps them get ahead.
Yeah.
Coming out of college.
Real quick before we go to break, Chuck Brewer says, Neal, you were able to have your head in the sand and pretend it was about amateur sports, and now you just have it shoved in your face that it's dirty. And yeah, Chuck, I mean, I think that's the prevailing opinion. And, I guess that's one advantage I had was working in college sports. You knew, I told you this, D-Mac, when we were working together at a past radio life, but almost 10 years ago, you and I were doing a show, and I told you, I said, hey, my people that I know are telling me Baylor's coming.
Yeah.
Right.
And he goes, just when I tell you that, trust me. At the AAU events, at the recruiting events, and he said it's football and it's basketball.
Yeah. It was.
And then boom, RG3 pops up.
Yeah.
And then boom, basketball goes to the Final Four and win a national. And he goes, they're out there in the communities, if you know what I mean. So I mean, we all knew what was going on, and again, I'm not against it. Like they deserve that. The coaches can do it.
Yes.
The athletic directors can do it. The Bulls do it.
Yeah.
Why can't they? They're the product.
That's another thing is I'm happy that these kids are getting paid.
Me too, man.
Borderline, end of story. I'm happy these kids are getting paid. They deserve it. They work so hard for this. They make so much money for
they're
these schools.
the show.
Yes.
Let's be real.
You're not
they're
tuning
the
in
show.
for anything that you're tuning in to watch the players play. They deserve to get paid. They're finally getting paid. Good for them.
Absolutely. You can get paid at mybookie.com. It's the best place to place your bets. Make sure when you sign up, use the promo code Woodward, and MyBookie will match part of your first deposit up to 50% in free bets. You can win big at mybookie.com. Bet on anything, anytime, anywhere with MyBookie. Have a gambling problem? Call the Michigan Gambling Hotline, 1-800-270-7117.
When you need apparel, there's only one place to go. Big Frog in Novi. With no setup fees, no artwork fees, no minimum, and a 24-hour turnaround, you can have your whole team outfitted in no time. Embroidery, direct-to-garment, vinyl, and screen printing, Big Frog has it all in all the styles you want. So whether it's a sports team, fundraiser, school event, or corporate needs, Big Frog is your one-stop destination. Visit bigfrog.com/Novi or call 844-4-BIG-FROG.
At work and at home, we're there with smarter security solutions. Featuring complete automation with customized alerts and more. For over 90 years, we've been the company that's been counted on to protect what matters most, all with personalized service and care. Right now, for a limited time, receive a free video device plus free installation with a new home system. Guardian Alarm. We protect Michigan.
3 NBA championships. Detroit fans were there. 11 Stanley Cups. Detroit fans were there. 4 World Series wins. Detroit fans were there. And that one Lions playoff win in 1991. Yeah, Detroit fans were there. Woodward Sports, where the fans are.
Fellas, let's be honest. We like things to be easy. We like simple stuff, like sports 7 days a week. We like things uncomplicated, like Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. Open 10 to 8, 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Sign in, sit down, watch your favorite team play. And before you know it, your hair will be game ready. Open 10 to 8, 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
Academy of Warren, yes, a brand new state-of-the-art sports dome field house that has a regulation basketball court, volleyball court, and soccer field. Also can be used for 7-on-7 football. So kindergarten to 8th grade, it features AM and PM latchkey, small classroom sizes, learning street, futuristic media center, free breakfast and lunch, Houghton Mifflin curriculum, academic games, and, of course, athletics. So get over there and enroll today, academyofwarren.net. Tell them Big D Energy sent you.
Back at it here, Big D Energy. Coming down the stretch at Feldman Automotive. It's Carmageddon weekend. Just saw Kirby Joseph from the Lions rolling through. First topic of discussion, Madden ratings.
No, exactly. And he just said, you know what, as the season goes on, let my play determine what goes on. I'm going to pump those stats up anyways. So we got faith in you, kid.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm excited for him too, man. It's another guy that, like I said, I dived into these Lions draft picks thing. Another guy, I watched his tape. Obviously, I've seen him, play against Michigan State and different stuff like that. That's another guy that could come in that he can push for a starting job, like in that, in that safety position. I'm excited for him.
Man, we got it's weird drafting talent. It's different. It's going to take a minute.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's weird for me to deal with.
But you're realistic. He drafted it, but it's just like guys here with you see and feel it. There he is. Exactly. He's covering the cars. Look at it. Already running it. Just, didn't throw it, went the other way, but he's always ready. I love it. But opportunity, and that's the first thing. Bring it out. You know what? It is what it is.
No, you know what it is for me, and it goes back to it, and I said this after the draft. Like taking guys that ESPN has a highlight package ready to go on and stuff like that.
That's a little bit different.
Yeah.
And people not – and you see like the crew after the Lions draft pick where they're looking around.
I'll say alleged killer, Tavai. You mean like Tavai?
Yeah, like Tavai when they didn't.
You know what I'm saying?
It's exactly.
You don't have to be the smartest person in the room. There's a lot of smart people out there. You can go with what they see, and I think that, Kirby Joseph's one of those guys.
Yeah, and for me, like I said, not only – watching the tape on a guy like Kirby Joseph, but seeing him play in games, like having watched him play against teams like Kirby Joseph, like Jaden Ivey, where I've actually seen these guys play live games. It makes me happy, man.
You know what, low key, Neal? You know what's getting to be one of my little favorite things is when Spence goes on a deep dive and stuff. He usually cracks some stuff out.
He speaks it into existence.
He not only just speaks it into existence, he looks to the reasons why it's going to work, but it's also too, the intangibles and all the little things, but it's about who are the guys that are willing to put in the work, who are the guys that are willing to say, hey, Malcolm Rodriguez, you say I'm too small? Okay, that's cool. Come on out on the field. Kirby Joseph, maybe I'm not tall enough, whatever.
No. That was pretty dope. That was pretty dope when he said that.
Yeah, it is dope.
Let's put the pads on.
Yeah, and that's,
they named it the Oklahoma drill for a reason. It was obviously for people from Oklahoma.
the same thing with a guy like Kirby.
I'm from Oklahoma.
Like Kirby Joseph, like I said, I watched him at Illinois. I've seen him play against Michigan State at games. He's a ball hawk. He's a guy who will go up there. He'll make plays. He's another guy that's the ball is attracted to him. He goes and finds the ball against the.
What's cool
crazy.
though is when you go, man, especially younger, is like I'd like that guy on my team.
Yeah.
Well, guess what?
Now he is.
Doughboy Steve says, I think Malcolm Rodriguez just filed for a personal protection order. No, Spence is Malcolm's
guy.
That's
my boy, yeah. He said he's going to come in the studio.
From Easy, of course, but not from Spence.
He said next time he'll be in the studio. We'll have my heavyweights again.
There you go, man. I like it. It's there's a lot of similarities there, like Woodward Sports and Malcolm Rodriguez and stuff like that. It's on its way, man.
Yep.
Like the stick. This football season, like inner office discussion this football season, man.
Speaking of that, are we doing a fantasy football?
I hope so.
League?
I wasn't part of it last year.
Neither was I.
Yeah.
We should have a. We should. My suggestion would. I mean, you have the individual, but we have show versus versus.
That's a good one.
The kids in the back to whatever, right? Like everybody put a team together.
Live stream the draft.
That would be, that's content.
That's pretty dope right there.
Dude, yeah, exactly. Unfiltered live stream. Let me go off.
That'd be beautiful.
Yeah.
Show versus show. I
D-Mac
like
says,
that.
I'm taking Tom Brady right here.
I do like it. Rack on our YouTube chat thread says, I like the way that Malcolm used the term thump some heads.
Yes. I'm telling you
Rack,
guys.
we talked about this, but when it just so fluently comes out of somebody's mouth like they are used to doing it, that was just like hammering nails for a carpenter.
Yeah.
Thumping heads is like hammering nails. Love it.
And Southpaw Slab says versus us. You could do like a little quick YouTube poll. Like, these are the 5 available players. Vote for the next minute. And then that's the listeners.
That's a good idea.
And that's easy.
That's a good one, too.
That's a good
we
idea.
could put together, we could do that for the show.
Yeah.
Where we, sort of do it on the votes and stuff. There's a lot of stuff we could do. You got your work cut out for you, Sam.
Yeah.
Or Spence.
Hey, once you all figure it out, let me know.
Yeah, I got you. Once we get all the working parts together.
Hey, you guys know how I work. I'll execute it.
Set a date and time, Neal's there.
Yeah.
Tell me what you want to do. And I'll facilitate and make sure, but you just let it,
That's why our show would
make sure
win.
I have my highlighter.
Yes.
There's no question our show would win a fantasy football league.
For sure.
Going away.
For sure.
Going away. It would be.
So you're saying that they don't the other shows have the gall to even, because they
don't understand draft capital.
Yes.
Because that does apply in fantasy football.
And they don't have the chemistry that we do.
No.
See, they don't understand. They don't understand is that, exactly, if it's a draft capital, we go to Neal, and ours would be very fluent.
For sure.
Be very fluent.
I won 2 of my leagues last year.
Braggadocious. I like it.
Oh,
God.
Me and Anson, that's the squad you guys got to worry
Whatever, dude.
Post-game squad you got to worry about.
That team's got 3-12
Yeah,
written all over it. Yeah.
That team.
3-12. Are you ever scared of that?
Yeah. That team's drafted Dak Prescott in the second round.
And backing him up with Daniel Jones in the ninth. No, this is a year. Yeah. This is a year he's even pointing.
That team's drafted a kicker in the 7th round.
100%. I do take kickers high, though.
You take kickers high. Only kicker I'll ever take high is Justin Tucker.
Well, but that's it.
Yeah.
If I can get the best kicker and the best defense, I do it because I value that more than I value a
fourth receiver,
a fourth receiver, because that. There's a difference.
They're starting every week.
Every week.
I love it. And then you pay attention to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm here. Yeah, exactly. I agree with everything you guys are talking
Chuck
about.
Brewer says Neal would just show up 30 seconds before the draft show goes live. But, Chuck, I would, because it doesn't matter, because the board dictates the pick.
True.
It does, preparation, all that stuff doesn't matter. The board and what people are valuing dictates where I'm picking.
I'll tell you who I'm going after this year, no matter where I'm at. If I'm top 3, I'm taking him. Najee Harris. Najee Harris is one of my favorite players this year.
Doesn't matter. This show's not doing that, just so you know.
I guarantee Najee Harris ends up being a top 5
that's why
player.
you get to do that stuff with your own team.
Guarantee it.
And your own.
Yeah, notice how he just got taken off our team.
I wish you the best of luck with Najee Harris
with the Woodward heavyweight
Just wait until Najee Harris is a top 5 fantasy player next year. Guarantee it.
But I hope you didn't get him at 3 if he's 5th best.
That
means you drafted wrong, right?
No.
If you picked Najee at 3 and he was the 5th best.
You take your guy. Abe, Scott, those guys have told me when you're drafting in fantasy football, you take your guy when you can.
Okay.
Abe's a fantasy
the market dictates who you take. The market dictates.
So top 3.
Best available.
I've done that multiple. I've taken Kamara, top 4. 3 times, and it never works out.
Oh, well, I never worked out because the dude ain't never had a 1,000-yard rushing season.
But he gets 10 catches a game, so that's 10 points right there. That's more. I'd rather you get 75 catches.
How'd it work out for you?
Than a 1,000-yard rushing game.
So if you're into 75 catches, then why don't you take the receiver that's going to catch 105?
Because he'll be in the second round
and catch for 1,500 yards. You know what I'm saying?
Because those top flight running backs go in the first round.
Are there top flight running backs anymore?
Yeah, I mean Jonathan Taylor, Christian McCaffrey is.
Najee
Harris.
Give me the best receiver over McCaffrey.
Look at the board. You said market dictates. Look
DeAndre
at the board.
Swift.
Christian McCaffrey
is healthy out of the backfield.
That's how I know y'all suck. You didn't even mention Derrick Henry.
Derrick Henry? Yeah, all right. We're talking
3-12. 3-12 right there.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I forgot. There is one more break. Planet Fitness, everybody. Don't have the copy in front of me, but you know what? I don't need the copy because the bottom line is this. You can work out in a non-intimidating, judgment-free atmosphere at Planet Fitness. I work out in the one at Maple Road. Matt, everybody in there, goated on the sticks, as my son would say, just like Planet Fitness is. Get access to your home club, just $10 a month. Other options available. The Black Card, $24.99 per month. Get you access to over 2,000 Planet Fitnesses around the world with unlimited guest privileges, the massage chairs, the tanning. All of it is for you when you are Planet Fitness Black card member. It's Planet Fitness. You go to planetfitness.com. You can join there. You can pull into the parking lot. You're going to pass a couple on the way home anyway. Join there. It's all up there for you to take advantage of. It's Planet Fitness. Darren McCarty.
Shoulder Day, where your fitness is essential.
What's Shoulder Day?
I don't know.
When you need apparel, there's only one place to go. Big Frog in Novi. With no setup fees, no artwork fees, no minimum, and a 24-hour turnaround, you can have your whole team outfitted in no time. Embroidery, direct-to-garment, vinyl, and screen printing, Big Frog has it all in all the styles you want. So whether it's a sports team, fundraiser, school event, or corporate needs, Big Frog is your one-stop destination. Visit bigfrog.com/Novi or call 844-4-BIG-FROG.
New to the game or a season better? OddsTrader.com has everything you need to make the right bet ahead of kickoff. Begin your handicapping journey with OddsTrader. Improve your edge by finding the best price on every game from sportsbooks in your backyard. Take advantage of the numerous sign-up bonus offers to pad your bankroll. Dive into key game statistics, player performance, and even account for the projected game day weather. Best of all, you can use the OddsTrader bet tracker to keep a log of your action. Welcome to OddsTrader, and best of luck.
Make sure you're listening to Woodward Sports all day long. Start your morning with the Morning Woodward Show. Spend middays with Big D Energy. Watch and listen your drive home with the bottom line. And don't forget about Woodward Bets Daily. All live, all right here on the Woodward Sports Network.
At Alta, uptime matters. Alta Equipment has everything you need to get the job done. You have a bog project coming up. Alta Rent has you covered. Call them today, 844-GO-TO-ALTA. That's 844-GO-TO-ALTA.
Back at it, final segment of the show. We're at Carmageddon Live, Feldman Automotive in Novi. Over 3,000 used cars, trucks, SUVs available. Plenty of inventory out here so you can take advantage, right? Supply, demand, lots of supply out here at Feldman Automotive so they can swing a good deal for you. And this is going on through Monday. So if you need a car, you're probably going to need a used car because it's tough to get new cars these days. Pull up on Feldman Automotive here for Carmageddon weekend. It's D-Max Dogs and Dogs. And speaking of dogs, Spencer Raxter, on brand, on budget, hot dog number 6 during the 2-hour show. How you feeling, first off?
I'm feeling like garbage. I'm not even going to lie. I'm feeling pretty rough right now. These are good dogs, though.
Yeah, they got the snap, and that's why we appreciate the people from Great Lakes, Coney Island, Joey and George. Appreciate you guys hooking it up. Those dogs, man, they had the snap on them. And speaking of that, the other dogs are behind Spencer. Detroit Dog. That's right, the Detroit Dog Rescue in the house here today, as well as the Hot Dogs and the Detroit Dog Rescue here as well. D-Mac was modeling with a couple of the young pups out here, certainly very cute. So you can go to DetroitDogRescue.com, check out their website. If you want to get a little doggy for the fam, that's the place. Something that Stick, our very own Stick, took advantage of with Detroit Dog Rescue as well. Chuck Brewer says, Neal, it was the raw emotion watching Stick week after week was great on the Lions postgame shows. The heartbreak of the record-setting field goal was must-watch television. But, Chuck, that's what makes him a liability in fantasy football. And what makes him great, your biggest strength is your biggest weakness. And your biggest weakness is your biggest strength.
Yeah, a lot of the times. I just figured out when we're doing the draft, I will be entering in the pick. You guys can argue and whatever all you want.
Well, how's that going to work, Spence? And we're talking through this on the air. We're going to do a show versus show fantasy. There he is, Kirby Joseph with the Detroit Dog Rescue shirt.
Oh, all right. God dang it.
Yeah.
It's good.
But we're kicking it around. A show versus show fantasy football league with a listeners show with the YouTube chat poll involved for the picks. I like it. That's cool.
I like it too. I think it's a great idea.
We need to make this.
It's a much better idea than 6 hot dogs in 2 hours. I'll tell you that.
You know what? But you don't know if it's a bad idea until you do it, bro. That's why I'm always proud of you.
It's true.
You know, it's sort of like the legend killer there. I can go after him today because he doesn't have a microphone, but it's sort of like, you know, some of his takes. Oh, it's a new one. That is a new one. I recognize the girls.
So the waffles were easier than the hot dogs.
Were they?
Oh.
Yeah.
Snuck up on you.
See, I feel like the waffles were more.
The waffles might have been more, but I feel like they're airier.
These are sweet
But
dogs.
Did the strawberries help, right? Like the strawberries
Strawberries
syrup?
help, yeah.
I got you.
It gets a, I don't know.
How many do you think you could have had during the show?
Hot dogs
Yeah.
or waffles?
How many hot dogs could you have eaten today?
I could probably eat 2 more.
If you had, if there was some juice and people were cheering and stuff like that.
In
You
2
could probably,
hours, I could probably eat 2 more.
So you could have put an 8-rack in there.
Could have, yeah.
I like it. 9 drinks. Neal, was your shirt printed at Big Frog this morning? No, I've had this one before. They gave us a couple when we joined the network. So when we do the remotes, I like to represent in the Woodward.
All I have is a Draft the Cocaine shirt. I can't wear that in public.
I have mine in the closet every day. Like I'm flipping through my T-shirts, I see the Adam Baydoun in my closet there with the Draft the Cocaine. I'm thinking of getting rid of it. I mean, for real, it's unsettling. You know, it is. It's unsettling. So, no, but a big-time appreciation to Feldman Automotive for having us out here for Carmageddon weekend. This big sale, big used car sale, over 3,000 of them going on through Monday. A big thank you as well to Great Lakes, Coney Island, the people at the Detroit Dog Rescue, everybody here at Woodward as well. And people don't ever know this, but like Stick and Spencer and Sam Flannel and everybody, Joey behind the scenes, dude, that make this whole thing go. You know, I have the easy part. Me and D-Mac and I have the easy part. We put the headset on and we talk. They do all the work. Absolutely. We get all the credit. It's just the way I like it set up.
That's it. Just the way we plan to do it. I get to sit here with all the puppies.
Absolutely. Everybody, have
shout
a great
out to
weekend.
Malcolm for joining us, too.
Yeah, shout out Malcolm Rodriguez, Kirby Joseph from the Detroit Lions for rapping with us for a few minutes as well. So, for Sam Flannel, for Spencer Raxter, for Darren McCarty, and everybody here at Woodward Sports, my name is Neal Ruhl. Have a great weekend, everybody. Well, see you later.
Deuces.